be able to hear me. Right?
Right.
Is that correct?
Right.
¿Es correcto?
Es muy bueno.
Oh, no. Is that orange cello, though?
¿Y dónde la biblioteca?
Bring your shot glass. I'll get you a shot glass. You look like
I'm good.
good.
Yeah.
In Vino Veritas.
Why are your headphones so bad?
Mine? Mine aren't bad.
I think yours are
No, I was
over
turning
there
you down.
projecting.
You had your full blast.
Nobody had anybody at full blast. Nobody touched that but me and Toph.
Dude, and we're good.
Someone's all the way down. I'm not sure who.
I mean, I don't know.
That's me.
See, this is you.
That is me. You turn me down.
Okay, all the way down?
Stop.
Right there.
Let me see. I can't see your stupid thumb. Okay, good.
Right there.
We good?
Oh, yeah. All right, I think we're good. We're good.
The worst.
Did we broadcast already?
Did you?
We're
Are we,
listening.
are we in Spaniel?
I don't know. I didn't check. I think we should be in English. We were not
No,
in
it
English
is
last
actually
Yeah.
English.
time. It is? Yeah, I was going to say every other time it's in
We were
not English.
Francais before.
This is cold, by the way.
That was.
Your heart is cold.
There's one in the fridge, but we can do that one, I guess.
I said in the back fridge. You said yes.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, there we are.
Do that one.
Oh, look. Instant loop. Oh, my God.
I told you, you're right up in your face.
That's funny.
Here,
Oh, this is kind of cool. I can actually.
pass that.
There.
Or you could just listen to us. And
Yeah, pass.
Yeah,
no, it doesn't want to do that.
I don't know.
Pass that.
Maybe there. Maybe there. Maybe there.
Oh, that is cold.
Maybe there.
It's colder than a witch's tit.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it does.
No,
You don't make sense.
your face.
White
I'm
Mexican.
pouring 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, all threes.
I assume so. I was just being nice.
Oh, you're drinking one, right?
Mm-mm.
Toph?
We'll just
That'll be
leave
an
it.
extra.
Oh, Nick's got 2. Sorry, buddy.
It's gonna be one of them
Hope
days.
you don't have to
At least
skate
it's-
tonight.
No.
Wow.
At least it doesn't have to be.
That was with authority.
It's not 5 day. That
Maybe.
was that was a mistake. Wait, no. I have time to sober up before Chelsea gets here.
True.
True. Double true.
Double? Double.
Double tree.
Triple true.
Triple.
Forever?
Forever and ever. Morty.
Forever.
Rick and Morty. Forevernever.com.
Forever and ever. Rick and Morty.
100 years.
100 years.
Forever and ever.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Syllabus.
Levels.
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 Mike. Baritone. Baritone.
Berry tone?
Barry White. Barry White.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, and there's no phantom power. How is this working without phantom power? These mics need power, don't they?
It's got phantom power.
No, it wasn't
Shut
on.
up.
It's on now.
That's weird.
Is it recording?
We are broadcasting. We're not recording yet.
We're broadcasting.
We're broadcasting.
Don't call me that.
Are we live?
We are live.
When is
We
now?
Memorex.
Now is now.
Now.
Are we gonna wait till we start recording?
Wait,
We're
when
gonna wait.
was the train going backwards though? Oh,
Then.
Sorry.
Then.
Sorry, that was
It was
then.
done.
Yes.
When is now though?
Ooh.
Rough.
Yeah, that hurt a little bit.
Is your pancreas okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
probably not.
Hi, welcome to Alcohol Cinema. I'm Jason.
Oh, I'm able. There it
I'm
is.
Nick.
I'm Lauren Green.
What?
Gopher.
Lauren.
Lauren Green.
Lauren
See,
Green.
I know Abel did that on purpose because
He always does.
he's an
I do
a-hole.
everything on
He
purpose.
tries to
That's
find
why
a
no
way
one likes
to
you.
mess everyone up.
That's
At
why
some
nobody.
point.
That's why nobody likes me. I found out.
I was like,
You messed up the number one podcast that we do.
Of all the podcasts we do,
I
this is
did.
our number one.
Was that really a mess up though? It feels like
Almost
more of an enhancement.
Our audience expects that out of you.
Yeah, they're like they
That's
just
true.
They probably just wait for all this to get over with. And
Did
then-
anyone check my camera?
No.
By the way?
Audience.
You were supposed to.
I can't. How am I going to check my own camera?
You look. Yeah, you,
You
look
usually
fine.
tell
I can
someone
see
you
you
did
right
you
now.
look at it?
Go check my camera.
I can see you from right here.
Am I good?
Yes, you look fine.
Am I good?
I mean,
Okay, the booth
you're
says I'm
right.
good. My video technician says I'm okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. Thank you, producer.
All right. You're high. As a-
Abigail from Cincinnati, you're on.
West of the Mississippi. You're live, coast to coast.
Can we get this out of the way?
Wow. Oh.
Are we excited?
Whoa.
We're excited. We're excited.
What do we do here first?
What is today Sunday?
What do we
It
do
is,
here?
isn't it?
Any
Yeah.
given
What do we
Sunday.
do here?
We watch movies.
And we talk about them?
And
We
drink
talk
them.
about them
Then what do we do?
You'll force me
We
to drink
rate them.
alcohol.
We rate them.
on a scale
Rape them.
Of 0,
through.
5.
5 mean
The worst.
the worst.
You needed 5
5
or more
beverages.
beverages
It means Street Fighter quality.
to power through.
No,
the movie.
Firefox.
Firefox.
We have a new
Firefox.
baseline now, Firefox.
Which you would never guess. At least Street Fighter ends.
It doesn't end though.
Firefox has the Eastwood in it. I mean, you
Yeah.
You'd
think that would
be
save
good.
it, right?
Yeah, you would.
No.
And no, it didn't.
If you watch that, don't watch that. Garbage.
What did we watch tonight?
My pick,
Cobra. Oh,
No, we didn't watch Cobra.
Tombstone.
yes.
My pick, because I pick good movies.
It's a good movie. Long movie.
It wasn't that
It
long.
really wasn't as.
You made it
long
sound.
as I
Well, that's the
remember.
thing.
No, well,
Because it flows really well.
Yeah, but
So
we
it
did speak
doesn't
about the
feel
fact
long.
that it's got like
It's got some
Hobbit
parts that could be.
ending.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
got
got,
like 2 or 3 times.
multiple endings.
It's like and then
And then,
and then
and then.
and then.
and then
oh yeah,
we're
and
dancing
then.
in the snow.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and okay, we're done. Yeah, we're done.
Like Tober
And it-
says,
and
it's
then
a
it
love
had-
scene needed.
It had
Yeah.
the
But it's the story of White Earp, so it
historical
kinda-
commentary right after.
Right.
Like, oh okay.
It's the story of White Earp, so it kind of needs all
Dude,
that.
no, this was the story of Val Kilmer's greatness, is what this movie was.
No, I felt like the ending was to kind of like nut punch
Why,
the movie
White
Earp.
Yeah. Hey,
Well, I heard-
Costner suck a dick.
Yeah.
No, I heard actually that they had words.
They had beef.
Yeah, like Russell came out with this film.
Did he just
and then
go-
He said, "Hey, congratulations on your film" or something like that to Costner. And Costner was like, fuck you, whatever." And
Your
it was
movie's
like
better,
his.
boo.
But dude, Tombstone is far superior.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Never watched Wyatt Earp, so I'm going to say yes, it is superior.
I've watched it, and it's
No, it's okay.
Did
movie.
Wyatt Earp have Wyatt Earp in it like this movie did?
yeah,
Yeah.
at the same time, same year.
Yeah, same year. It
He
was, one
only
of,
got some work that year.
Yeah,
It was-
I know.
it was
Not
one-
playing Wyatt Earp, though.
No,
it was one of those years that they do the same movie.
yeah,
Like what?
Like
what-
every year.
No, there's a movie recently
much.
that they did.
White
like,
House Down. and-
Yeah. So,
Olympus Has
that-
Fallen is
Olympus
pretty
Has
good.
Fallen, White
Fallen.
House Down. It's one of those things.
Pretty good.
Yeah, but White House Down
London
is
is
like the fun version
London has
of,
fallen,
yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
London has fallen. It's coming out.
Oh, really?
They're filming it.
Yeah, nice.
That's what the C-Tape.
So can they do
No, that's with the Russell Crowes.
Eiffel Tower down right after that?
Russell Crowes?
No,
No.
you said London, right?
No, Olympus was Russell.
No, it was Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler's. Sorry.
Gerard Butler.
Does this
300s.
have drifting in it.
Leonidas.
Leonidas.
No drifting. Well, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
This is Sparta.
Yes.
This movie had everybody in it.
It did have
Everybody.
How everyone.
It didn't have him though.
No, it didn't have Gary Oldman, but go ahead.
It didn't.
Do-
It could
do
have used the
your
Gary
cheers.
Oldman.
Cheers.
I don't know why they didn't just throw him in. Why not? He must have been working on a vampire movie or something at the time.
Burns.
It smells like burning.
Tastes like it too.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
You guys
They
don't
ki-
look happy.
It kills all the stuff, the gunk in the throat.
Does it?
Hope so.
I think you're the only one
Black.
that ever has gunk in his throat. Hey yo.
Wow.
Hey ho! You just gonna walk out on that one? You just done for the day?
Yep.
I'll shut it
everybody.
down. We're done.
Shut
All
it
right.
down.
We should start on this one because it is a long movie.
Yeah, but we like 4 points. You're done.
4 points.
4
2 hours, 15 minutes. 4 points. We're
4
good.
points. You're done. But 800 repeatable lines.
Yeah. It's like
Yes.
this turns into the love story of Doc Holliday and Wyatt Earp.
Yeah. Well,
And-
that's okay.
And Laudanum.
Yeah. Yeah. There's
it was like the afternoon special on London,
Yeah.
right?
that and opium dens.
Yeah, Opium Dens.
Not enough horrors though.
Hor-
Like we've learned
horrors.
from,
Yeah.
from Deadwood.
Horrors.
Horrors.
Yeah, no, I think we have a. But the
glut.
problem is our
There's a-
baseline
there's
for
a
that.
glut in-
Deadwood set our baseline for that very high.
Correct.
So
The laudanum was there.
Laudanum was
That's true. It was not a lot of cocksuckers.
Billy Zane.
Yeah,
Billy Zane was in there,
possibly,
yeah.
and Jason Priestley. I think.
Weird.
I think they had
That was-
That was
there's a
weird.
backstory
That was
there.
weird.
Yeah.
I think that was meant to be. I think-
Billy Zane in the movie though. You got to put.
No, he's a
Billy
pretty
Zane in
guy.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's
That's the
pretty.
prettiest man I've ever
He
seen.
was pretty.
It
in
was
this-
pretty.
And
His
Powers
friend-
Booth had nice teeth.
Powers Booth. Bill Paxton.
Val
Coleman.
Kilmer could not look any sicker, and then yet
They did really
he
good.
Still could.
Yeah, they. I think maybe they started at the worst. And they just backed it off a little bit.
Maybe.
And if you haven't seen Tombstone yet, just stop. Just go.
Do you think he
watch
had, Val Kilmer always had a guy that was misting him?
I think
yeah.
Al
Yeah.
had
More sweat.
Had a,
More
like,
sweat.
curling his mustache.
Wax
and
the mustache.
oh, we need a little more glycerin on your cheeks. Yeah, and here's a tear. 'Cause
Right. It just
very
dropped it.
did
Hold on, cut.
One tear.
Drop. Okay, get it.
Do you think he practices smirk in the mirror a lot? He's like trying to get that perfect smirk.
It's the lips.
I'll be
Yeah.
completely honest with
all
you.
the-
I think he probably has done that since the day he was
But
born.
he went full chap lip in
Yeah.
this movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Like to get
He's
I don't know,
method
the
guy.
crispness.
As a smoker, like when he would smoke, it would just like cling on his.
Yeah.
That was some parched lips.
Well, like how much water did he
That's
drink?
why he was so sick. That's why he was so
Yeah,
sick.
he's just dehydrated.
He's fucking thirsty.
And Billy Bob Thornton.
And Billy Bob Thornton.
Fat Billy Bob Thornton.
Fat.
Wow.
Yeah, he fat, bro.
I never knew that was Billy Bob, honestly, until today. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Only since.
And he's a little bee.
He is.
Yeah, and then he's
Yeah.
like several characters and the actors in this film. They're kind of in some certain scenes and Kaiser Soze.
Yeah.
Guys are so
Just like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Like Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Kind of shows up sometimes.
in
and
the
then-
movie.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
in it.
but he's kind of not. He's kind of there.
most scenes are wide up in Doc Holliday and
Even Morgan had more screen time than Sam Elliott.
nah.
Even the bartender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the guy from the Terminator
And Locke.
and Locke. But Locke was only in like a middle bit.
But I remember him more than Sam Elliott, I think.
Yeah, that's true.
True.
Nah, never forget Sam Elliott. Never.
Pullman Paxton was in it too.
Yeah, we're not gonna talk about him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, where do we
Wait,
start in this movie?
What's that quote? Oh.
They show up to town.
So in this movie, Michael Biehn gets in it because he went back to kill John Connor. No, to help John Connor,
to kill Wyatt Earp.
but then later to kill. Let's not get into that.
And Billy Zane was
But he went
in
back too
both
far.
Films.
He went back to try to help him in the past.
Yeah, he
with
went too
Doc.
far. Yeah.
I think you're stretching out.
But he landed
people's
in the
knowledge
wrong
of
place.
Michael.
Yeah. And then there was a Clint Eastwood reference,
Ladies and gentlemen, he's
which
talking about
goes back to
Terminator.
Firefox. And
Juice?
There's what?
What?
That's all that movie was about.
You lost everyone.
What?
An airplane and
Gin and juice?
You just went like anti-Semitic.
no,
What did
no.
You do?
The movie was all about being that.
Who's talking about Schindler's
impression.
List?
Great film. The little girl in the red dress was phenomenal.
Okay, let's not watch that one, guys.
Didn't somebody talk about
let's
I
some good
probably
ideas
did.
there?
Can we get back to this movie?
let's get past that.
Let's get to the meat and bones.
Well, someone needs to drive this train, or it's just going to keep going off.
It goes backwards.
It goes backwards out of the station. You want to go to the next destination, not back up.
Mary Steenburgen wasn't in it.
No, so we
But
haven't
Daniel
got there.
Delaney
We haven't
was.
even started.
No, we haven't. We haven't even begun.
So Wyatt and his buddies.
There's Wyatt.
Wyatt's brothers.
There's
His
Earps.
brothers
There's
show
a
up.
bunch of
The,
Earps.
the Earps.
in Arizona. Was it
Tombstone.
Tombstone.
Yeah, Tombstone, Arizona.
Famous for their frozen pizzas.
Yeah.
That's where they start.
Yeah.
Right.
If they don't have their factory there, it's
No, right.
kind of bullshit.
It started after the Pharaoh games later.
Like, well,
Pharaoh was a game that
we
people
need something
played.
to bring people here.
Although
Pizzas.
H2O Uno cards sound really cool.
I'm telling you,
I know,
they
I'm
have
gonna
playing
look 'em
cards
up.
and
I
Uno
know.
cards.
We get distracted a lot during
I'm all
watching
about
films too.
I'm all about Uno. Yeah, so
Arp
so
showed
they
up.
they all for whatever reason they all showed up.
They
Well,
gave
he
up-
was done
they-
being
they-
a,
former
he was done being the
lawman.
law.
They gave it
Yeah,
a
they were former lawmen.
They're in it for themselves.
They're going to be sodbusters or what? But no, they're not.
No,
They don't really have a plan, and then all of a sudden they just take over this Pharaoh gang, 25% of the house, blah blah blah, bam.
Well,
Well, he
he's-
kicked out
Yeah, you said he could run the
No,
game.
Sling Blade.
yeah, because fucking Randy.
Yeah.
He showed he could run the game better and get the higher clientele back in.
Yeah.
Well,
The
yeah.
name helps.
Well, it just kind of sounded like the bartender was like, this guy just showed up one Tuesday, and now he's got this game, and I can't kick him out. I mean,
Yeah.
He was kind of
take his
abusive.
chair away. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah, he was slapping everybody
he
around.
was. But
That bartender got slapped by like 3 different people.
Yeah.
dude, he got dog
Because
bitch slapped.
Ike slapped him,
Yep.
Yeah. And he was the owner of the establishment.
Ike. And he was Avatar.
and he was Avatar.
Who?
Ike.
Ike.
Oh, Ike was Avatar.
Yeah, he was slap him.
So many people in this movie.
Yeah.
But
I don't even know what to do.
we show up to
Ironside should have been in this. Yeah, I think so. He should have been in it.
My
Joe Don Baker.
No, no, Mitchell.
we're never getting through this movie, are we?
I tell you got to keep the train on the tracks, so we're gonna keep going.
Well, he kicks Billy Bob off the table like a man and makes Billy Bob look like a little beach.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Billy
he's-
Bob goes back for comeuppance,
And-
the shotgun, and
They
Doc
know
always shows up.
They know their buddy
then
Doc.
Doc shows up.
And he's like,
Why
oh,
you're not
how's that
even
Wyatt?
around to bustle?
He says hi.
That's before.
That is before,
That's
because that
before.
introduces him and
Because they're leaving the
His
town
lady,
they
his
were in,
woman
and they come.
with
Yeah.
the big vagina painting. Over
What?
Yeah,
the
that's right.
mural.
The
The mural was like just
when they
Just
robbed the place.
right
Oh
in his
yeah.
face the whole
No,
time.
it was just a lady.
Yeah. Very lovely.
12-foot lady, but
Listen,
lady.
it's
She
the,
could have
it's
been
the
my
West.
huckleberry.
What are they going to do for decoration? They just say,
Well,
"Hey, can you
that's
paint?
true.
Okay, can you,
What can you paint?
Lady?
Well, I can paint flowers or
ladies?"
naked Zoptic woman.
Did we
Yeah.
talk about the introduction of the Cowboys in the beginning when they shot
No.
up the church?
No, we did not.
Oh no, we didn't.
We're
So-
really good at plot
Yeah,
and
we're
narrative
totally awesome.
and linear
Yeah. So anyway,
things.
we're introduced to the basically
The bad guys.
Bad
the red,
guys
the
of
red,
the movie.
red sashes.
yeah. So we see
Development.
development,
Cowboys.
right? Cowboys. They
Cowboys.
end up
Yeah, they're cowboys.
going to
not
a wedding.
Cowboys and Indians. We
They
figured
throw
out.
down two sashes. And
Daniel
they,
Craig is not in this at all.
Yeah, no, it's not aliens. They throw down two sashes
Yeah.
and say
means
you
what?
killed two cowboys, right?
Yeah.
And then they just shoot everybody.
They kill everybody.
Yeah, even the priest. And then that's when everybody rolls into town and all that fun stuff.
Yeah. So that introduced our bad guys, and then we got the good guys rolling into town.
Mm-hmm. And then they all stand.
And then
in
Doc
front of
Holliday, who's
a big piece of plate glass, and
Yeah.
it's like a photograph, and like this is our family. This is the
Oh, yeah,
last
yeah.
time we're all happy together, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Because
that's
then,
true.
because then all of a sudden, wifey is like, "Oh yeah, I could use some
Opie
laudanum."
did. I just get headaches from time to time when I
Oh
don't
yeah, I've got
have
some
it.
right here in my purse.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I think they just handed it out.
It couldn't have been expensive. She had 400 bottles.
Oh my god! Like that was the worst sock drawer ever.
Yeah. How is she even hiding it? It would just roll around
There
floating
were
everywhere.
20 bottles in there.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
easily.
He just he was grabbing some socks and he's like, "Whoa, that's
He's
a
like,
lot."
"Wait,
You want to say something?
What are these?
I need them.
Well, we're
this-
jumping ahead again, aren't we?
Yeah.
No, we totally are. She was in Fletch.
All right, so they get the thing. Yeah, she wasn't. Would you say
Billy
can I
Bob.
borrow the towel?
Let's go back to Billy Bob
Yeah.
Hit a water bottle.
because that's
Billy Bob.
yeah. He kicks
Oh,
Billy
I'm
Bob
sorry,
off the
I
table
forgot
and
you were there.
yeah, and then they go outside and Billy Bob gets his gun to come after him, and then he notices Doc, and apparently
Did it
Doc
have
knows him.
clips in it, or
But it's just shells, just two shells.
just shells?
Yeah, and then
So a
clip of
magazine
two
of
shells.
bullets.
A magazine of cartridges.
Cartridges.
A clip magazine of cartridges.
Yeah.
this joke's getting funnier and funnier.
So was it banana style?
It's a speed loader.
Oh, okay. From,
Of a
from the top.
clip speed
it was,
loader.
It was
You hit it on your
muskets.
helmet, and then
Top
you pop
tap.
it in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? All right.
And then
Carry
you
on.
go.
Okay, we're good.
no, I'm done.
We're good.
I'm done. I did this for one movie. I don't have to do it for another movie.
That was your fault, though. I don't know.
No Sandlot.
I know.
It was his fault.
I didn't pick Sandlot.
I know.
I did.
It's your people, though.
It was a good listen.
I like Sandlot.
So
man,
they take over a Pharaoh game, and then they're coming
No,
into
we're
town.
on the Billy Bob part.
I know we're past that. There was clips and magazines and like
Yeah, that's true.
Playboy subscriptions.
You had
or
a,
whatever.
you had a good line from Val Kilmer here. He's like, "Oh, I didn't know you were still here. You
Yeah,
can go now."
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where we get to see the
Yeah.
snappiness of Doc Holliday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this shows you what you're in store for.
Well, he was
Which is-
already about the bustle.
Yeah.
Well, we saw that when he
I
was
remember.
leaving the other town, too.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically we figured out they're not just gambling; they're just robbing the place.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
Doc
what they're
Holliday-
doing.
Well, they were gambling,
Yes.
and then he killed someone, so he's like, I might as well
might
rob the
as
place,
well,
too.
yes.
Because I
Well,
have
that
to
dude
leave.
did try to kill him.
That's what I'm saying. He wasn't maybe going to rob it,
Maybe not.
but
Yeah, the guy accused him of cheating.
so he had to kill him.
yeah.
A lot of people accuse him of cheating.
Oh, Frank Stallone, by the way.
Frank
Yeah,
Stallone.
it was Frank Stallone.
Then we have the shootout at OK Corral. The end.
Wait.
Wait, is that how we got? Is that was that the connection from Cobra to here?
No.
No, but it should have been.
It should
It was
have been.
some, it was some, I don't know. I didn't do it.
No, I don't know how we got here.
A
It's like
director.
the
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Director.
or
Director,
something.
yeah, that's right.
Nice.
Same director.
It was the same director.
George P.
Komsomolopoulos. He's Greek.
Cosmopolitan.
And he did all those movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's done some.
Kurt Russell's Islander.
Apparently, he's done
was a
great
little
movies
heavy
and
in
bad
those
movies.
Did you
Every
notice that?
director has good movies and bad movies.
Kurt Russell's eyeliner was a bit.
Not-
Michael Bay.
Let's talk
Not
about his
George
mustache
Lucas.
here in a little bit, too. though.
Yeah, his mustache.
Yes. he
So
does.
throughout this movie,
His
he
mustache
has
should have been credited as well.
it's his own actor. His mustache changed constantly. throughout
Well, he
the
had
movie.
doubles and
Scene to scene,
stunt
like there's a
guys
close up and it
yeah.
changed.
Yeah, and then there was like 6 hairs out of place.
And then also
And then
it was
there
like
wasn't.
down here.
and then it was out here.
Then he had it like right here. And it was insane.
What
Continuity person
What
was really
movie
good.
made fun of the moving mole? What was that?
That was
Hot Shots Part 2.
Oh, Hot Shots. That's
Hot
right.
Shots.
They had the moving mole.
Yeah.
That's
They
fun.
pluck it off and put it on.
Was that part two?
Part
Yeah.
2. Yeah.
Yeah. Electric Boogaloo.
Always.
I like the first one actually, but it's nothing compared to Beat Street.
You lost us.
Beat Street,
Every
yeah.
one of us.
Beat Street breakdown. Huh? Sorry.
Still
So
not
there
Well, we're
was
gonna watch Breaking.
there was OK Corrallin.
We're
No,
gonna
not
watch
yet.
Kids.
Not
I think that's
Sorry.
part.
No.
So look, I've always wondered this. I think I've actually researched it at one point, but like, what was being corralled there? Was it just simply okay?
Well,
I want to know more about the OK Corral.
well, A plus corral,
Yeah.
A B C corral, and A first corral were all taken.
Okay, and then the phone
A
book.
A.
Yeah.
A.
So they're like, okay.
You know what came later? The golden. I'm out.
There you go.
They have the chocolate fountain there too.
It's got good portion size.
That was a Ponderosa myself.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, nobody does.
That means they're crap. They're not around anymore.
All right, so they take over
Where
the
do we go?
Pharaoh
Where do we
game.
go from here?
There's the OK
Nowhere but
Corral.
up, boys.
Doc
Show
Holliday's
people.
there.
Dude, but there's a badass scene with Sam Elliott and a freaking cane, man. That is shot so beautifully. And that
The
actually,
OK Corral
you
thing?
think, like, the OK Corral is going to be, like, 3/4 or 2/3 into the movie? It's, like,
Halfway.
kind of like halfway.
Well, it's
Yeah.
after the thing with Bill, right? And then, not Bill, but what's the leader?
Curly
Yeah, Curly Bill.
Yeah.
After him and the sheriff, right?
Right. Yeah, so he kills the sheriff.
So,
He's all opiumed up.
There seems like there was like an hour between that and
Dude,
this.
There
There's
is
like
because
several.
we're getting
They're,
introduced to the
you're skipping
conflict,
the
right?
the love
Yeah, here
story.
They're building up the entire conflict.
Oh yeah, the
throughout
stupid
Oh,
love
you
story
forgot
we don't
about-
care about. Got it.
No, you forget about Doc Holliday and
yeah,
what's his face doing the.
Oh, yeah,
great scene.
yeah. With,
That's after they take over, yeah, and then
They come in there looking for.
Yeah. So
Fight,
then, what's
basically.
her name? The love interest arrives.
Dana
with
Delaney.
Billy Zane. We talked about that, right?
Yeah.
And they have the play that night, and so the Cowboys
and he
are all
does see
there
Christmas Day.
in the front seats and all that stuff, and kind of ruin the mood, right? By shooting. Shit
but they
like
get
that.
into
liked
that.
him.
They didn't like the juggler.
No, they didn't.
They didn't mind-
and they liked fouls.
They didn't mind. Yeah, they didn't mind the Henry VIII thing either because
fifth.
they shot the Henry V. They shot at the thing and he just kept going.
Yeah,
They're like, oh
yeah.
wow.
And then they're
Okay.
like, whoa. And then it was the Faust thing, and then she pulls up. She's
And
actually
what's
the
his name's
devil or whatever.
interest? He's like, what do you think about this?
There was a
It was beautiful.
there was such a yeah. Jason Priestley. Got the peach pit.
And then they show up to the poker game, and that's when the. What's his face?
Johnny Ringo.
Johnny Ringo. Johnny Ringo is like, oh, this guy's fast. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You must
and
be Doc Holliday.
Yeah. He's like, you look a little wore down. He's like, I'm in my prime. And he's just
Yeah.
like sweating bullets
Yeah.
just from being
So
sick.
awesome.
No,
But
'cause
he's
he
got
asked him if he
but he's got
retired
his
too.
little
Yeah.
metal cup.
Are you retired too? I'm in my prime.
Yeah. And he's like, I don't
God,
think I
there's
like
so
this
many-
guy. Do I like this guy?
so
You don't
many
even
great
know him.
lines.
Yeah, but I don't think I like him.
It reminds
Yeah.
me. Of,
It
It
reminds
reminds me of me.
No,
In fact, I don't like him.
I hate him.
in the in Deadwood, the first episode where Wild Bill's playing against that guy,
Yeah.
and he wins. He's like, "Looks like I outdrew you, Bill." And Bill's all, "You mean in cards, right?" What do you mean? You say it. you outdrew me in cards.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Bill. Damn. Cards. So I
Cards,
meant.
man.
That's what we're doing here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then they can have that banter back and forth
Yeah.
in Latin,
And that lasts the whole film.
and then they just
Well,
that's the cup scene.
Yeah.
right? The famous cup
He
scene.
does the
Yes,
fancy
yes.
gun moves, and he's like, whatever.
makes fun of him, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they
And then
speak to
later
each other
on.
in Latin, and
That's
then,
later on.
Yeah, oh yeah, he
Yeah, and
says,
he says-
"In wine is truth," which of
And then-
Vino Veritas.
Vino Veritas,
and then,
yeah.
And then he pipes back. And he's like, "Well, he's an educated." Yeah, that's
Yeah.
when he's like, "He reminds me of
Me.
me."
And yeah,
He's an educated
I
man.
like him.
Yeah.
I officially hate him.
Meanwhile, Kurt Russell's got the gun
That's
under
all-
the.
that's
With the
all-
sling,
all-
right?
Yeah.
Just in case.
Shoot him in the knees.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I
no,
mean-
not.
Bye.
And the
It would
jump,
hurt.
bruh.
220, 221,
Oh,
whatever
whatever
it
it
takes.
takes.
It'll jack your face up. You know, just
Yeah, it's
55?
100. Yeah.
50.
Three. Was that 38, 39?
Whatever.
How many clips were in
You
there?
go to the range?
4. It's probably like $2 in nickels.
Oh, okay.
I've got a pool and a pond. Pond be good for you. Sorry.
What's next?
Caddyshack.
Next.
So,
Next scene.
I don't know. So yeah, the local marshal
Oh yeah.
gets killed. And
Trying to calm down.
No,
all-
what's his name? Curly Bill's
yeah.
hitting the pipe.
he's-
So they're
Pretty
he's-
hard.
Yeah, the entire time they're trying to get some Wyatt Earp to kind of clean up the town and
he's like,
you know,
I'm
marshal up.
retired.
Well,
He's
they
like,
first gets in the
something-
town and they're like, "Hey, he's like, nope."
Peace out.
whatever you're selling, I ain't buying.
They didn't really go after him hard until after this.
Yeah. That's when Locke shows up, and then
Yeah.
that other guy,
The
the other guy with the key.
But after the sheriff
the-
dies,
the
marshal.
mayor, I guess.
Locke's the mayor, and other guy's
But
the
who's-
marshal, the county marshal or county sheriff. I don't know what he would be.
I thought he was like.
the guy with the bowler.
Yeah, that's
In the
he's like the county sheriff. He's
Oh, I
not
thought he was just like.
He was like local jagoff. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't really
was.
get
He-
what his role was, and then there was a sheriff, white.
Yeah, he was the law, but he's like, this
But-
is not county business.
Right.
No,
right,
cattle.
right.
I think it was cattle business.
I think it's
Yeah,
county.
I think
County.
Why would you say cattle?
because it's like cowboys and shit.
Walker Cattle Ranger.
Yeah. Well,
It's true.
Texas Ranger.
Ward Longmire.
I hate you.
My
Longmire.
dad watched it a lot, by the way.
Yeah.
He watched 4 seasons of it when he was here.
It's got a which name? What you call it?
Starbuck.
Yeah, Starbuck in it.
Yeah.
Does she get naked?
Dirk Benedict.
I'm sure.
Oh.
No, not that one. The new one, the lady.
I just like that you knew.
Did
what
he
I was
reference the
saying.
old one? He did,
Yeah,
didn't
he
he?
did.
Terrible.
All right,
It
what are we
was
doing
fucking
now?
awesome. And by the way, I'm Lauren Green.
I don't know.
Oh,
So,
we
so
lost
there
it?
was like shooting and stuff.
Yeah, so shoot the sheriff.
Oh, and this is when Sam Elliott just.
There was no
Virgil.
deputy.
This is when Virgil
Yeah,
decided
Sam
he's
Elliott's
going to
pissed
be the
off.
marshal. He's like, I'm Sam Elliott, and I'm going to be the marshal.
Yeah, they come to him and they're like, "Hey, you want
That
to
was
be the
good, Sam
mayor?
Elliott.
You want to be? We need your help." And then he's like, "No, no." He doesn't even tell him. No, he says,
He's a state. That's
busy.
what's for dinner.
"Who's
Yeah.
he tell his
Fucker.
brother?"
Yeah, the Cowboys come rolling through, and the little kid gets
Yeah.
nearly trampled,
that's
and he
when
saves
he's
him,
turned.
and that's when he's like,
oh,
Which is the scene later after telling him no.
yeah.
yeah. It was a bad.
somebody's got to
It
do
was the guy who
something.
did Cobra.
Somebody's got to do something.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll get clean up.
And then
this
as
film.
Morgan
I want
follows,
some sarsaparilla.
that's what I thought you'd do. Talking to White.
It's what's for dinner.
Because Morgan
Morgan.
doesn't care.
Morgan is.
He's like,
We don't
he's a
care
little brother.
about
He doesn't
Morgan.
care. Go with whatever.
What just happened?
Our
checking the
producer was
booth.
like checking the levels.
Yeah.
And
So
Make
yeah.
sure the producer's paying attention, keeping us on track.
Steak is what's for dinner.
It is.
okay, so they become sheriff,
Yeah.
and he puts up rules about carrying guns. What, in town only?
Yeah.
He's not saying you
You're
can't.
saying it's
yeah,
very
yeah.
relevant.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm not saying you
don't-
can't.
You can't have guns. If you can have guns, you just can't have guns here.
You can't carry them in town.
But you're
And
infringing
then-
on their
and
Second
then he
Amendment
does like
rights.
this.
Yeah, you don't want to point at people. It's
Yeah.
too
Yeah,
aggressive.
the hammer.
No, you,
With the tiniest hammer ever.
Yeah.
Or a politician.
yeah. They talk like
I
this.
did not
they,
have sex
they don't
with
want
a
to
woman.
point. It's bad. You gotta
Yeah.
thumb.
That's day one stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haven't you hit the campaign trail before? Come on, man.
So, so they threw.
Ring.
Who was in jail? Was
Billy.
It, was it
Billy.
Ringo
Curly
or-
Bill.
Curly Bill.
For
okay.
shooting the sheriff.
Yeah.
And so,
They have a little
oh, that's the
confrontation.
thing too, is because the townspeople want to kill him. And,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Wyatt's like, no, he's going to be tried.
So really, what he should have said, "Go ahead."
Yes.
I would have saved him a butt.
Movie over. Conflict over.
Yeah.
Because Rigo.
But then we wouldn't have seen Charlton Heston, who just pops up at the end.
Yeah. For a minute.
He's a helpful gentleman.
That's made of people.
So the conflict escalates basically between them and the Cowboys,
Mm-hmm.
and then we get
Yes,
to
there's
Yeah.
lots
So the
of-
next day
so
is
there's
the
the
fight, right?
battle at the OK Corral.
No,
Yeah.
it's the because there's conflict with Ike, right? Like Ike's sitting at the poker table,
yes,
with Doc Holliday, and they're all sitting around. This is what's weird. Like, what the fuck is Ike doing there? You know, like, you've got... Anyway, so there's 3 cowboys at the poker table. One of them's, like, playing against Doc Holliday, who...
You
Back
don't wanna play against-
then, why are you playing against Doc Holliday?
No, I'll be a huckleberry.
Anyway, so I think probably one of my favorite lines of the whole movie
Yes.
was when Ike accuses him. Doc Holliday wins the hand, and then Ike stops his hand and says, "What is that? 12 hands straight? Nobody's that lucky." And then he goes,
whatever.
Whatever do you mean?
Jackson was
Insinuating that he's cheating, right?
Right.
And so then he tells him, maybe poker is just not your game.
I know.
Oh, I know. Let's have a spelling contest.
Oh, such great.
That's such a good insult. Like,
Oh, I know.
Ike didn't take too kindly to that.
no, he didn't. Ike ended up getting pistol whipped
Oh,
yes.
after slapping
By
the
Virgil.
bartender.
Well,
Because he pulls out the shotgun. and-
what's Doc Holliday a little under the weather? Gets taken
A
out.
little bit.
Yeah, a little bit under the weather.
He's let's just say he's
Doc is not having the swellest of holidays.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
So he gets taken out, and then Ike is running his mouth as Virgil's just standing there at the door waiting for him. And he's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to kill him. Turns around, pistol whipped in the face.
Right, right.
Whoops.
And he's going to the
The jail to sober
jail,
up.
Yeah, for the night.
And then the Cowboys come along and
there's like
try to
6
get him
pistol
out of
whips
jail.
in this movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pistol
Yeah,
whips.
there were some good ones.
Yeah, they get him out of jail. They release
well,
him.
and then the whole
Yeah. And it's like,
open
we're coming
hand
for you now.
Bitch
Yeah.
slaps with the...
And basically, it's just
This
rally-
starts the OK Corral kind of
Yeah.
tension.
But it's cool because
Yeah, because they let him out in the morning.
Yeah.
Because
And
Sam
they-
Elliott
Then they take another guy's
has
gun.
that cane.
And flip his.
And then they tell him,
King.
they tell him that the Cowboys are hanging out at the OK Corral.
Yeah, they're like, no, yeah.
Look-
Ike says, you're
They're
going to
drunk.
die later today or whatever. We're like, what the
Yeah, a
fuck?
fight's coming
telling him
later
that.
today.
Later today.
Yeah, about 3:15.
And then Virgil, they're like, they threatened us.
We're going to be coming in from the north.
Yeah, right.
We're all going to have guns. We're going to go this way first.
Lowell Mather's going to be over here looking real tan.
Yeah, he was. That was weird.
I know, it was weird. That and
Should be tan.
Kurt Russell's eyeliner and mustache placement. I think there was one time it was behind his ear.
Smooth.
But
The
yeah,
hump, too.
Yeah.
Hey, Kurt, we need the side shot, buddy. We need the mustache to
Don't-
just stay.
doesn't
The mustache
White-
fluffer wasn't around.
Did you just say mustache?
I did.
Fluffer.
Doesn't White give it to like Virgil? He's like, Virgil, what's the play here? He's like, we go take care of this now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you had this.
It's a misdemeanor, Virgil. It's a law.
Yeah, because they're carrying guns, right?
Yeah. They're all drunk. He's like, wait till they sober up. He's like, nope. And then Doc Holliday's like sickly walking down, but he does a sweet shrug off his shoulder of the
Hell
duster
yeah.
with the shotgun.
But he's got his...
This is one of the best parts.
That's freaking awesome. And then it's like, hold. And then it's like,
Everybody,
side shot.
this is not
They're
what
all
we,
like,
this is not what we want to do. This is not what we want to do.
badass.
Just came to get your guns. And
Good
then-
shot. That was a good scene.
And then what happens that causes it is when Lowell's staring at Doc. Doc winks at him.
Doc goes,
Yeah, gives him a little kissy face.
yeah.
Yep, starts it all up.
So great.
And then they can't hit shit except they wound
Yeah, they're
Virgil.
stormtroopers. Yeah.
And they wound Morgan. They shoot
kill
Morgan.
Morgan.
Well,
they-
no, not yet.
no, not
That's
yet.
later when he's playing shitty pool.
Yeah, they're playing pool by himself.
And then decides to bleed all over the pool.
Yeah, they shoot him. They shoot Morgan in the arm. It's nothing. And then Doc basically goes to town with the pistol.
Oh, yeah,
6
there's
bullets
a
in
horse
one
in a way,
person.
and he like shoots up in the
Horse. Yeah, and then shoots a dude with the shotgun. Drops the
But then he
shotgun.
shoots 2 more.
Yeah.
With a double barrel shot.
There was an edit there.
There's a clip.
Yeah. There's a
There's a
magazine.
7-round
saying.
magazine clip
Yeah.
of shells.
And then he takes out his pistol and just like 6 shots straight.
They should just
Yeah.
let him have his pistol the entire
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Fanning that motherfucker.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Like they gave him the
everybody else
shotgun because
misses. He doesn't miss a
they,
once.
they gave him the shotgun because they thought he was too weak to handle his guns, and it's like
You're
he
right,
should
right,
kill more people in his gun in like a second.
He's surgical with his bitch.
He's
boy.
like, whatever, I'll be a huckleberry.
Yeah, pretty much.
So great. So fucking
So
great.
all those guys die and they roll them out of town. We have a few hurt people
Yeah.
on the good guy side.
Dana Delaney's getting her portrait made at some point and covers all.
Yeah.
Do we need to talk about her?
No, not really.
Let's just stop.
Honestly, not. Yeah.
Billy Zane and her can just.
Float around. Yeah,
I honestly don't remember when he got shot.
I don't either.
He got shot.
No, they
there
don't.
was
They
they were
show it.
leaving on a stagecoach, and they were getting robbed and ended up.
Yeah, that
shooting.
was like backstory. They just kind of
Yeah,
threw
sure.
in for that scene.
That extra 15 minutes right there. We don't
Yeah.
need
Yeah.
And then she rode back.
It was the extreme cut. It was 100% pure
100%.
adrenaline.
pure laudanum.
Laudanum.
But this is when all the cowboys
Oh,
get
there's
angry.
picnics and shit too. But like
Yeah.
I said,
Whatever.
we don't need to talk about.
Merriment and runs and
We're skipping the love
Trotting.
story. We're skipping.
I like how you look at the camera.
Yeah.
That's good.
You like
I
that?
Playing to the audience right there.
Everybody knows what's happening here. We're skipping the 30 minutes of the love story that's in this, right?
Right.
Yeah, because they
It's not
rode,
even that
rode around
much.
on a horse for a minute, had a
Yeah.
picnic. Just,
Oh yeah, they raked up. The picnic area is beautiful, by the way.
And meanwhile, his wife is doping up.
It's just completely like
Oped out.
Yeah.
red eyelided and
Yeah.
just a mess. She's so
Spoiler: she ends up dying of an overdose.
so cold.
So
2
annoying.
days after, right? So
Yeah.
2 days after
Yeah.
she left. Dead.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, it snowed all of a sudden too.
Well, he went
That was
somewhere
later.
else.
It only rains in certain spots too, which I'm glad you got my Kevin Smith reference.
So we're not there yet. Remind me when we're there.
But the Cowboys.
I'll talk about that.
Johnny Ringo tries to pick a fight with him walking
Yeah.
down the street.
Yeah.
And Doc Holliday's
He's
sitting there.
he's sitting in a barber's chair getting
Yeah.
his shave.
Yeah. And he's just got his gun behind his back. And then a classic line. He's like, "You want to go?" He's like, "Oh, I'm your huckleberry."
Like no, whoa.
What Earp was
No,
like,
'cause
I got
Earp
nothing with
says-
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not carrying a gun.
I don't got any. I'm not.
I got
I'm
no
not
beef with
shooting
you.
you today. There's no money in it. And he says,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and Ringo says, This isn't for money. It's
It's
for
for
blood." And then that's when Holiday said,
I'm your huckleberry.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
I'll be a huckleberry.
And he's like, because that comes back later. He's like, "I'll play for blood. I don't care."
"Yeah,
Yeah.
You're all boozed up. This is gonna be an easy fight. And that's when all the other Cowboys come and save him. He's
Yeah.
drunk. He's drunk. It's fine. It's fine.
Fucking
Tensions
Ike.
rise.
Yes.
yep." So that's when we end up getting. They retaliate, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Mhm.
By scaring the ladies, but Virgil's there.
And they kill somebody's lady.
Apparently, you don't. The marshal or the mayor's lady.
Yeah.
The mayor's woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when
But they
Apparently.
get Virgil.
they shoot
Yeah,
Virgil in the leg.
Arm.
Shoot,
The leg.
shoot him in the arm.
And the arm.
Oh yeah, the arm.
And he was going to lose the arm, but he didn't.
Yeah.
It would
And
look
then-
gray as shit though. It was like, ugh.
Yeah, it was pretty.
pretty plastered. But
I'm,
they get
I'm
him.
trying to think
And
of like
they-
the
then they
word for
kill
it, but
the-
yeah, it's
And
very,
then-
Morgan.
very. And then they kill Morgan.
And then they shoot Morgan in the back, and he ends up dying. So
right. So
all
the rest of the
Earps
family, yeah,
leave town.
go out of town, and the train goes backwards.
Yeah, the train's going back.
So they're leaving. They pretend. Well, they don't pretend.
But all the cowboys are waiting.
For
Ike and his fucking
Uh-huh.
Ike and-
Crony.
And then guess who's right around the corner?
Who
Who's
is it?
not leaving?
oh, White Earp.
Well, look, he's a
Why
U.S.
not?
Marshal now.
Yes, and he's like,
It's legal.
This is legal.
Boom. And then
But he didn't
Ike's
really
like,
say it like
"No,
that, but
don't
kinda.
kill me again.
Just
I'll
kill
run
Yeah,
him.
like there's
again."
like 9 times to kill Ike, and
Man.
they didn't.
So
Like
it just gives
Yeah.
him a spur to the jaw.
They never kill him, do they?
No, they say at the very. They don't
You-
kill him.
you
Somebody
know,
else does.
Just why didn't they kill him?
I don't know.
It's dumb.
I guess they were saving it for Tina Turner. And sorry, God, that was a stretch, wasn't it? Sorry, dad joke.
Tina Turner.
Trying to figure out what film that goes in.
She was
Did we
married
go
to a guy named
fucking
Ike
Thunderdome?
Turner. He used to beat the
Oh,
shit out of
gotcha.
her.
We can watch that movie.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
I was thinking, what movie her and Kurt Russell in together?
So
I want to be
then
on
we do
Thunderbird.
have kind of montages.
Don't kill him.
No, hold on. We are going to get back to that point. Though.
Oh,
Before
Michael-
the family leaves, Morgan dies.
Yeah.
And Kurt Russell is like out in the street in the rain.
The rain that was in the
Right here.
30-foot vicinity
Yeah.
of him.
Not so much here, but more right
On him.
here. Yeah.
Like if you look down any of the streets 10 feet past where he is,
So I did make
No
a
rain.
Chasing Amy reference that you got, which I like, because that's
That
one
one
of the
scene.
worst.
it's a bad rain scene.
Yeah,
Oh, poor Kevin Smith.
it's awful.
Budget,
A
dog.
good movie.
Budget.
Yeah, definitely.
No,
Was
he
anybody-
had an excuse.
Yes. This guy, Cosmo Pavlos,
He had
or
a lot of
whatever,
money.
the
They only had one hose.
Russian astronaut, yeah. Cosmonaut.
One more hose, guys.
I know. Like, they put some more holes in that sprinkler head. You know. So, anyway.
We can
So, there's that. And then there's a montage, although there was kind of music.
Well,
not
Michael
really.
Rooker's character says,
Oh,
no
Michael. Yeah, he's in
The
there.
Rooker.
No, he says,
He's in there. We totally forgot about
He's
that.
like, I'm no longer with them. We don't go after women like that. That's fucked up.
Oh yeah,
Him and his
he
two
decides to
guys.
side with the.
But they're also stupid.
Yeah,
Well, we didn't say.
Yeah,
they
later
weren't.
they become dumb.
Well, he becomes dumb, just for a second.
Well, his buddies went with him.
No, he didn't.
yeah well,
It was just
you
him.
know.
No, his two buddies went back
No, it
with
was
him.
just with him. Just him.
It was just
him.
Rook?
It was just
Yeah.
yeah.
I swear he rode up with two other dudes.
Nope.
Nope.
Because the two, you can see the two buddies at the end still riding with him.
Why did
They were wearing sashes.
Why did he go back?
He's dumb.
He thought maybe they wouldn't kill him.
I don't know. That was like the third or fourth ending to this.
Oh, it was.
Remember, we were like going through all that.
But yeah, montage of murders.
Where's Frodo?
yeah, just. What are they fucking shooting at? The camera?
Oh, when they're just riding towards the camera?
Just way like off in the. It's like a David Lean shot from like
I don't
Lawrence
know
of
that.
Arabia.
Michael Rooker hit somebody in the face with a shotgun. And
Oh, that
bust
was-
that dude's face open.
Yeah.
That was a
Yeah, it was pretty good.
descriptive scene. Yes.
I like that. That's a creative way of killing somebody.
So the family leaves, right? And
Yes.
they're
gone.
They're pretty much gone for the rest of the movie.
and then he tells Ike that famous line.
Oh, I'm coming for you.
Yeah, tell him hell's coming.
Yeah, hell's coming with
hell's
me.
coming.
But did we miss the part
Tell him
where he
I'm
has
coming
the
and hell's
gun to
coming.
Ike's forehead? He says, I'll turn your forehead into canoe.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that,
was a
happened
good one.
earlier.
Oh yeah.
Not before you drop me out.
Yeah.
I don't know. So we kill. They finally. I don't know. Wyatt Earp finds Curly Bill.
Yeah,
in
there.
the
Okay,
river.
so he goes full Band of Brothers
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
and just
They-
he's walking
it was supposed to,
slowly
it was
through the
supposed to be
water.
an ambush, but they take cover.
Bulletproof.
So
That mustache is like choom choom choom, like blocking bullets.
Because it was moving, right?
Yeah.
I did see him walking on water.
but yeah.
He was.
Why
I think Curly
starts
did
yelling.
too, and he was like, "Oh, look at that," and went out there.
It's kind of like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, like when you fly, like aim at the ground and miss, and he all of a sudden was like, "Oh wait, I'm walking," and then he fell.
Yes.
Yeah.
So much compressed in there. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Curly gets it.
Twice shotgunned.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then White Up goes to town with his pistol. He's like, bam, 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 not missing anybody.
Yeah. Everybody is hiding in the bushes.
He goes,
Except for Johnny Ringo.
Yeah.
Except for
Ringo's
Curly.
not there.
When did he point his gun to the sky and go farley, 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 farley?
what just happened?
You
Said,
just
shoot
showed me
into
a
there.
local
Shoot into there.
swordsman.
We're watching Cobra, right?
Yes.
Sandlot?
Oh.
Not Dr. Huff.
No.
Hamel. References.
The kids like the
references.
callbacks, guys.
Yeah.
They do.
They're like,
It's
I don't
all
have.
about the callback.
I haven't seen that.
Hey,
episode.
welcome to anyone who's new.
Go
watching
back
us.
and watch Man of Two Brains or Three Amigos.
Or any other thing because we reference. our own
Don't,
shit.
except for Firefox.
Don't watch Firefox.
Yeah, don't
Or
watch
listen.
Firefox.
You don't need to watch that.
That's garbage. Garbage.
Well, if you're gonna watch Firefox,
Watch
only
it with
watch
us.
like the last 13 minutes.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's really all that it's about.
Just
And it's not very
fast
good.
forward until you see him in the jet.
Yeah,
Then
that's
fast
pretty
forward.
much when there's the airplane, the Firefox.
That starts about
that's
halfway
the-
through.
That's
Okay, the worst part had to be, right, when he was like, "Oh yeah, I have to think in Russian." What? What? What?
we have spent more time talking about that.
We're going to until we have our next
our
Firefox.
our next veto.
Because we talked
run.
about Double Dragon for quite some time, and then Street
True,
Fighter.
True.
We didn't think we were gonna get worse than Street Fighter, but
They really didn't.
if you can extend a movie to 2.5 hours that has nothing in it, we'll talk about you.
Oh, I've got us a movie.
All right,
fellas.
all right. Carry on.
We're getting close.
Yeah, so they're warring with the Cowboys, right? So we get some.
Curly Bill's dead.
I liked what Nick called it, murder montages.
Yeah, murder montage.
Like there was no music, but it was a score, so it counts.
Yeah,
You're right.
It was passing
better
of
if it
time,
was like
lots
a
of death.
synth
There's a lot of
score.
pew-pews.
Well, there was nobody at any point going
Well, I
like high fiving.
right, but
And there was
they-
nobody like
they kinda-
shaking
they do the
sweat
hand
off
up.
or anything,
That was at the end.
But
Yeah.
pretty
but
much.
I was telling Toph, I was like, so it's almost like they were like gaming it a little,
Yeah.
like
Like
who
they-
could one up who with like shot from the horse,
Like under the horse.
Yeah.
right?
It's like let's use every like cowboy trope.
Yeah, they
I'm
did
gonna
good.
stand on my horse, one-legged,
Right.
you know.
Like Nick said, he had a good KD ratio.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
Russell.
yeah.
he
he
did.
never got shot.
You know who he beat?
No.
Doc.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
'Cause he at least
Doc
had one.
died.
No
But Doc did kill Johnny Ringo.
No, we're
That was a
coming.
beautiful scene.
We should go to that scene.
Let's go to that
It
scene.
was a beautiful scene.
Yeah, so we
Because he was expecting
Charlton
Wyatt
Heston.
to show up.
Sure. We kinda get to meet.
So Doc gets sick when they're out there, and they see the Cowboys have badges on too for some reason. So they hold up, and it's Charlton Heston's ranch basically
Right.
that they get held up, and Michael Rooker's character goes out there and like, he's like, what do you want to meet for? He's like, oh, we wanted to see if you want to come back. No hard feelings. And he's like, no, I don't like killing women. And he's
They're
like,
scaring women.
yeah, whatever. And so he's like, all right, I'll go back. He's like, who said you're going to be able to go back? And then they murder him and send him, drag him on a horse. And that's when White Earp gets really pissed.
I thought more of Rook.
That's when Wyatt Earp gets really.
That's where he gets mad.
Yeah, just right there, not anywhere else. Not the death of his brother.
No, this takes him over the top.
Over the top.
Yeah, there you go.
Watch over the top, guys.
Kid's garbage. And then, so he goes to Doc and says, dude, can I beat him? And Doc says, no. And he's coughing up blood and being all sick and stuff. And they set up a shootout, I guess,
Yeah.
at high noon.
It was supposed to be for Wyatt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he shows up.
But
Doc-
Doc
Doc
and then he
says
goes, I'm legal now too, or whatever.
Yeah.
It's legal this time.
Yeah.
so they have the stare
And
down.
it's like gun like this.
Like the
and they're
closest
3
gunfight
feet
ever.
away. Yeah.
And Johnny Ringo's terrified. He's like,
He's like,
my
"No,
fight's not with you.
My fight's not with you.
He's
No,
like,
it
you
is.
wanted blood. He's like, I'm here for it.
I'll be your huckleberry.
And then
He
after
says it
he,
a second
so
time.
he draws, shoot. He says, "What? Whenever you're ready." What does he say?
Yeah, basically.
What?
Uh-huh. Words.
Yeah, he tells him you're no Daisy.
No, but
No.
he says,
That's right.
When you're-
Say when.
say when.
Say when.
Say when.
And he's tapping his gun.
So he shoots him in the
He's
head.
smoking at the same time. So when he shoots, he goes,
Shoots him in the head,
One of the
and then
best
taunts him as he's dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He tells
Yes.
him. He tells him you're no Daisy.
he's like, come on,
You're-
come on.
Yeah, like as his last parting glimpse of this mortar coil, he's like insulting him.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Then he drops his badge on. him.
Another great line
Yeah.
earlier.
And then
Skin
Wyatt
that,
walks
skin
up.
that smoke wagon.
That's
Oh, he says it's Billy Bob.
Yes, but that's
He,
great.
he was taunting Billy Bob,
Yeah.
and he's just slapping the
Tap-
shit out of him.
Skin that smoke wagon.
So Doc tosses the badge
Wow.
onto Ringo.
Yep.
Wyatt shows up, and Wyatt's kind of like, he stole my kill, kind of.
Totally stole his thunder. Totally stole his thunder.
And then
Kill stealing
he,
fucktard.
he
You get
looks
a
at the
late
badge.
assist.
He looks at the badge, and Doc says,
My hypocrisy
"My hypocrisy."
knows no bounds.
Yeah.
Or my,
So many
my,
great
my
lines.
hypocrisy only goes so far.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's good.
This has got to be like top 2 Val Kilmer roles.
Yeah. And
We talked about that. We'll talk
and
about
when he
that.
Okay.
when Johnny Ringo sees him, he calls him out because he thinks it's Wyatt, and he's like, "Oh, Johnny Ringo, looks like somebody just walked over your grave."
Yeah.
And dude, his eyes, Johnny Ringo's when he's like, "All right, let's go."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And he's just
crazy
like,
face.
he's like,
yeah, crazy
Well,
face.
let's go.
Yeah.
I better be fast. Not fast enough. Not
Yeah,
even close.
no.
Barely clear leather.
Oh, not even.
Yep.
Yeah. He was no Daisy.
He was.
So then it does kind of like a postscript, like
It falls off after this.
they kind of kill everyone, and
More
and-
murder
and now
montage.
there's a sanatorium.
Oh, we go right to that, don't we?
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, so they murdered the rest of them now that Johnny Ringo's dead. We get a handshake on horses.
Yep.
Yeah, during
That
the
was like a
they don't
Top
kill
Gun high
Ike.
five almost of
Yeah.
the westerns.
Yeah, it was
Ike runs away again.
and then they hit the two axes together, right?
God damn it.
Stupid.
So dumb.
Do they have a pattern?
No.
There's no
Women.
concealed pattern.
No.
They killed Asian businessmen.
Cowboys. It's cowboys.
Oh, white cowboys.
White cowboys.
Law pneumatics.
People wearing red sashes.
There was no
They
black
also
sheriff.
they also killed tan cowboys as well.
Tan cowboys as well. Yes.
Yes.
Mustached, unmustached, they'll kill them all. Except for bearded old guys. They don't kill him.
So at this point, the movie's over for me.
Now we got Lord of the Rings in, man.
So Doc Hollywood's dying.
Doc Hollywood.
Doc Hollywood.
It's,
I like it.
Michael J. Fox.
That's the Michael J. Fox. Doc Hollywood.
Stupid movie.
Great movie.
Yeah, Doc's
so
in the
not
hospital dying.
So yeah, and he's playing cards.
He drives a Portion of it.
Wyatt.
And Wyatt
visits him.
shows him that he's printed a book. My my
My
life
friend.
and times with my friend.
Which kills him.
Yeah, when he died.
he dies.
He dies from reading his
Almost
book.
instantly. He sees the title. He's like, this is
He's like,
stupid.
oh,
This is garbage. This is a garbage book.
this is
Dies.
you self-financed this, didn't you? No,
He only printed one
Random
copy.
House hates
One
it.
copy.
Yeah.
Penguin Audio just wasn't gonna.
Like I said,
wasn't gonna audiobook that one.
the inside was just blank.
He was just nothing.
Or he drew stick figures.
It's like, hi, you guys got 3 fingers.
Yeah.
He's got.
Our story. Is just
Some
nothing-
ladies.
No, it's nothing but like Toy Story stick figures.
We didn't know he could.
I really
write.
hope it's the middle finger that says "F you, you stole my kill."
It's like I like ducks. You know.
I like to draw ducks.
I'm a duck drawer. I don't know.
Fucking duck writing.
Wow, this went off the deep.
That's pretty good though.
That was in the director's cut, and we missed it.
It's a cut of him opening it up. It's a shot over his head.
Right.
It's like, and he just goes.
That needs to be memed out.
And then it just shows like the book fall on the floor, like under the bed.
Like I did a
His arm.
bad lip reads. Somebody
Is that
needs to
his
do that.
rosebud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
But they.
it's in the book.
That was the other thing. So when there was the shootout with Johnny Ringo, he's like, "Meet me at the big oak tree." I don't know.
You're really good on that
It's
one.
very Shawshank. I don't know. I like that
Gotcha.
part.
They know which one he's
It was
talking
very
about.
specific. It's like
There is the big
No,
one.
not this
No,
one,
you
not
know the
this
big one.
that one.
Everybody
one.
calls that
Yeah, everybody knows it.
big
There's like
one.
a sign in
Yeah.
ducks.
And ducks.
Fucking ducks.
I like that.
So what happens after Doc dies? Love story. We
Oh yeah, then all of a sudden he's prancing in the snow and
The end.
in scene.
pretty
And
much
then-
right.
And the
Tom-
snow is only in one area.
I'd like to point this out. Tom Mix wept.
Yes,
Yeah.
Tom Mix wept.
And Jesus wept.
Yeah. Love story. We didn't really care about
Don't care.
because we're
But
soulless.
steak is what's hurt.
No, the best love story was between Jason Priestley
And Billy
Zane.
Zane.
I think
Yeah,
so
that-
because it was kind of
It was kind of hinted at.
it was kind of closeted a little bit. It was just kind of like
They're cowboys. They can't do that.
They're like you know.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah.
All right.
They only did.
Yep.
That was it,
They only
right?
did mouth
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. The end.
All right. Nick, you can rate it first.
Really?
Yeah.
This is gonna be a 0 for me because I fucking love this film. I watch it every time it's on. I picked it for a reason. Out of the past 20 years of cowboy films,
Oh, we were discussing that.
yeah,
Yeah,
So
Western.
there's Lonesome Dove, there's Unforgiven.
it was Lonesome Dove in the 90s. I thought it was
No,
80s.
that was like 89.
Okay.
And then in 92 you had Unforgiven. This was what,
93.
And then you also had Wyatt Earp.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Wyatt Earp.
Wasn't very good.
what was
but,
it?
Oh, Open Range.
But then you had that.
Open
and
Range
then-
is
and
more
then you had,
2000.
like, the
Yeah,
Border
but that
Trilogy
was pretty
stuff.
good.
Yeah, like
What about
late
Wagons
90s.
East?
I'll allow it.
Is that Matthew
Whereas-
Perry and John Candy?
It's John Candy.
Yeah, that's John.
No.
That's the movie that killed John Candy.
It is.
Yeah,
Oh.
that and the steak.
And City Slickers.
City Slickers. Yeah. No, we're not gonna get on that. I'm talking about real cowboy movies
No.
like this.
City Slickers killed
But like I said,
two.
like Unforgiven's one of my favorites because it's like a almost
about-
anti-cowboy.
I don't think I've seen that.
Harley Davidson, the Marlboro Man.
Oh my
I mean,
god, you
Okay.
have to see it.
All right.
No.
Harley Davidson, the
Don't
Marlboro
count
Man.
as
I'm just thinking
No,
if you
but
look,
I have seen that.
If you look in the past of cowboy movies, there was a time where it was only cowboy movies.
Well, that's true. Yeah,
But then nowadays you just don't see them ever.
Yeah, it's the more modern cowboy because you get like No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the
Well,
more
it's all
modern
that,
Western.
Artistic version.
McMurtry slash whoever wrote
Tom
that. I can't
Murray.
remember. But who did all the Pretty Horses and all? It's that Border trilogy. Like, yeah, it's like the modern day cowboy.
Yeah.
like HUD. Which if you ever Paul Newman. Sorry.
Yeah. But anyways,
Patricia
Zero.
Neal won an
Fantastic
Academy
movie.
Award for
So
Best
many.
Actress.
I think it's Val Kilmer's best movie. From all stuff I've seen.
Yeah.
Topher?
My
You can
turn. I would also rate this a 0. This is one of my all-time favorite movies. Val Kilmer's badass in this. Quotable. His accent is a little, hey.
That's okay.
He made it.
He
Yeah.
holds it through the entire
But
movie.
it's-
He made it a character.
Exactly, but it's his in this film. Kurt Russell's a little grandiose in here, and I think there was a lot of actors that were wasted because there's so many people in this film. But like you said, they're like, oh, they were in the 17th through the 22nd minute, and then we never saw them again,
Yeah.
or whatever. But you had a great cast.
I think Ringo did a great job with his character. Or Ringo, Ringo's story. Like all the bad guys in
Powers Booth was phenomenal.
Powers Booth, fucking great.
But I would say if we're just gonna rank Val Kilmer movies,
We're gonna do that in a minute.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
This
have
would
to.
go up there, but I think there might be better. Abel.
Yeah, I'd like to just say that I think this movie's not so much more about being a Western, but more about gun control.
That's why Charlton Heston was in it.
He wanted more guns.
He's like,
No, but it's a 0 for me because it's a nostalgic
Which
movie
0
for
means
me.
good.
This was like one of those
Yeah, we
movies
talked
where
about that.
I watched when I was 12 and fucking idolized Val Kilmer and
Then became
Wyatt Earp.
fat, and now you're sad.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Like you said, it's totally quotable.
yeah,
Just fun to watch.
yeah. It's fun. It's fun. This is a fun movie. You know, It took itself seriously, kind of, but it's not like the Costner movie took itself too seriously.
You even made the point that it's long, but it doesn't feel long, right? Like there isn't that
Yeah,
feeling
you're like,
there's
it's
so much.
2.5 hours. I was like,
2:15.
there's so much in it that it doesn't
Yeah.
feel that it's long.
and 4 endings.
Other than the picnic scene, I think.
Yeah,
out of place.
like they literally, they could totally cut out that love story.
But it was like 3 minutes.
But yeah,
I think the whole love story might have been like 10 minutes total.
yeah.
It wasn't
Could
much.
be down to 2 hours then.
Yeah.
Jason.
Jason.
Okay.
Jason's.
Oh,
good,
pooping
sweet.
you guys cereal a little bit. I think you're wrong because you said some things that I actually discounted this movie for, but you didn't discount the movie for them.
Oh, that
which I'm
doesn't
kinda
mean we're
confused
wrong.
about.
That just means we agree.
I think you're wrong, which is my opinion. So my opinion is fine.
Here we go.
I think you're a piece of
Yeah,
shit.
here we
No, I'm just gonna say. Okay, I'm gonna rate it a 1.
Oh, we're
It's a
gonna.
No. That's why we give him
My reasoning is the same thing you said, but you rated it a 0, which I'm very confused about. You said it's the love story shit's stupid.
Yes.
Should have been pulled. Stupid.
It's not, but it's relevant to
No, it's
the
not.
Wyatt
Yes, it is.
story.
It's a Earp story.
It's the Earp story
Don't-
because they go on.
No, it's the Earp
and-
holiday story. Is
Yeah,
really
yeah,
what it was.
Yeah,
But Holiday was
what
a
I'm
part of
saying is
Earp's life.
the love
The
story
love
right
story,
there is
yes.
relevant because that was his life after.
I get that.
Okay, correct.
But
Right.
who cares? They could have.
I agree.
The people making the movie
that
wanted to
trails
try.
into my second part.
history books care because he went on.
That
to,
trails into the second part of my complaint. I'm giving it a 1 still. It's a good movie. Is the 3 endings of this movie.
Yeah.
They could have cut that last dancing in the snow, met up with the chick. I don't
Yes.
give a shit. Cut the love story.
Again,
made it a
They
great
could have just
Western.
post-scripted. There could have just been like some text on the screen.
It probably would have came in at like an hour 80. No, not hour 80.
Well,
An
I
hour,
know what you're saying.
hour 80. You
It
know what I
wa-
mean?
it wasn't
It would
hour
have come in. It would have come in lower than 2 hour 15.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I can see.
And it would have been a tighter because my
I see
biggest
why
problem with
they
this
did
movie
it.
is I always fall asleep.
You didn't, though.
Always.
That's fine.
Because after the first OK Corral fight, you're just like,
Which, like I pointed out, is kind of right in the middle of the movie. It's not even like the
yeah.
climactic
And you
third
just
act,
and then there's
second,
nothing
third act.
for a little bit. And you're
No,
just
you
like,
want the writers. You want to do the writer scene, and then after that you fall asleep.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you when I fall asleep.
He's just telling you when he.
I'm still saying it's a 1, which is good for us.
Well, I'm just saying you're a piece of shit.
Okay, that's your opinion. I have mine.
The internet agree me. Hashtag Raxdale's a piece of shit.
Actually, the internet gives it like 3 stars out of 5. So
Ooh, well
All
there.
right, well let's rate Val Kilmer.
okay, so best
Val
Val Kilmer
Kilmer's
movies.
0.
Gay Perry.
Gay Perry and yeah, Gay Perry
Kiss,
and
Kiss, Bang, Bang.
Kiss,
kiss,
Bang,
kiss,
Bang.
bang, bang.
He's his first one, man.
Dude, real genius.
Real genius.
Yeah.
That's Raxdale's film, though.
love
It has
that
That's a
movie.
go-to, man.
it has popcorn in it, so that's why it's Raxdale's
Nobody likes Spartan.
It's a young science.
That's
You don't like Spartan?
No, that's it.
film.
Salt and Sea is one of my favorites of his.
That's
Heat.
a good one.
He's good in Heat, but he doesn't really do anything in Heat.
Well, guys, he's not supposed. He's.
I know he's supporting cast. He just fine.
Yeah.
Dude, he's good in the doors.
I think they told everyone in
This
Heat
film.
that it wasn't De Niro and Pacino. It's like, this is a De Niro Pacino movie. Just shut up. You don't get any lines.
You'll look awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll get credit for being in this film.
Yeah. And if you wouldn't mind, don't be fat in this one.
Ooh, that was
He
before.
wasn't.
He wasn't fat until way later.
Yeah, he
I
wasn't
know. I
fat.
know. It's now.
Now.
Now it's.
No.
Gay
I've heard
Perry.
he's,
Now he needs-
lost weight though.
Now he needs
I've heard.
TV.
I've heard. Oh, because they're gonna remake Top Gun.
Batman.
No, Top Gun.
Fat
Did you
Batman?
hear about this?
Yeah, no, I heard about it.
This is Tom Cruise going to be involved.
Yes.
Out.
Are they gonna have their shirts off?
Not yet.
Oh,
I don't
wait. I got you. So, Kiss Us Bang Bang.
Scientology.
I got the joke.
I got it.
I think it's
I don't think I've seen Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
followed by this
Awesome.
movie.
Awesome. Huh?
Followed by this movie or Real Genius.
They're
Real Genius,
all
he was a
pretty
lead though.
really
It's tough. I
good.
mean, he was a lead in Kiss Kiss. He was a lead in Robert Downey Jr. was in it too. But
Yeah, that
Jokes
was
here.
Robert Downey.
He's a lead in this movie, too.
Yeah.
huh?
He's the lead in this movie too.
This
Yeah.
one, yeah.
I mean, it's a Kurt Russell vehicle, but it's
Didn't
a Val
Kurt? I
Kilmer
thought
film.
Kurt Russell actually won something for this movie.
I don't know.
Well, because they probably compared.
He won the mustache. They
The
gave
best-
it to him.
His
Best
mustache did not him.
Best
I
mustache.
think the
Best
mustache's
supporting-
name is Dalton.
Best supporting mustache.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we're done with this. Let's talk about what we're going to talk about.
No,
What do we see?
what we're gonna. What have we?
Let's talk
watched?
about what we're going to talk about.
We're gonna
What
watch
did
it.
we
We're
watch?
gonna
What did we watch? Well, no, what did we watch recently? Hold on.
Nick's got a
Hate you.
list. So.
Okay. Hey,
Hate you.
you're a piece of shit.
You're the worst.
They're awful.
Birds.
Sorry, guys. If y'all have limoncello at home,
Orange.
Orange
whatever.
jello.
And Nick, what'd you watch besides what we watched together?
I will save that for last.
Yep.
Well, before I was heading over here today, I was watching Men of Valor. I caught most of it.
Not seen it.
I had not seen it either. Fantastic. I was
good.
enjoying the shit out of it. Had
It's long?
Powers Booth in it from
Yeah.
Tombstone. He's done like 4 other movies, and that's it.
Yeah.
Red Dawn.
Red Dawn, one of them. This movie,
Wolverines.
yeah. But and he was in Tombstone or in Deadwood also. But yeah, Men of Valor. But yesterday I did a marathon of all the Star Wars movies, starting with the originals first because I didn't want to fall asleep at the end of the day
The shitty ones.
with the shitty ones,
Right.
yeah, or with the
Right.
good ones. I didn't want to fall asleep.
Yeah, right, right,
Yeah.
right.
I didn't care about the shitty ones, and it was the remastered like after the.
After Lucas, like,
Yeah,
CGI
destroyed-
came all over everything.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and referred to Darth Vader's Anakin in the originals,
No.
and that was very poo-poo of him.
Yeah.
I was like,
'Cause
What
that
format did you
that
watch
didn't
that?
happen.
huh?
What format did you watch them in?
The Blu-ray.
4:3.
It's not the originals.
4:3 or
exactly.
69?
It's the
track.
It's
remastered.
the closest version to the originals as you can.
It's the remastered. I don't think it's Blu-ray. I think it was actually the DVD
I've got
combo
the
they
silver
did.
DVDs. Is that sad?
Yeah, I have the ones where it has the actual theatrical one on the DVD.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. I should have stolen that from you.
But they have yet to release the Blu-ray version of the original.
These weren't Blu-ray
originals.
either. These were
I mean, they have not yet. Ever since the ones I have, they have not re-released the original.
the ones released right after the third Revenge of the Sith.
There's
So-
like 20 fucking versions
Yeah,
of this movie.
but-
Yeah.
it was
like
a,
Blade Runner.
it was a garbage version, but it got the point across from my girlfriend who hadn't seen them yet, or she saw the first one. And that was it.
Chelsea had never seen.
Yeah, I know, right?
So Jabba Dewanga or no Jabba Dewanga?
It did.
The originals
It had
hold
no
s-
Java. There was a reference to Java. There was no Java.
No
there
Java?
was no like
Yeah.
little critters falling off shit at Mos Eisley. That
Yeah.
didn't
Dewbacks.
happen.
More Dewbacks.
Did
More
not
than-
happen.
Yeah, you know, you get that reference of Java shows up to see Han, and he's like this tall, and you're like,
Yeah.
get that
He
garbage
like
out.
hadn't put on all his weight yet.
Yeah, 2 weeks later though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. I was like, Chelsea, ignore this scene. This isn't.
That scene was in it.
No, it was in it. With
No,
an
that scene was
actor.
in the one you watched.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a bad version.
But then
real
they put the-
there was an actor. A
I
man
know.
Playing
Yeah,
it,
I
and then
know.
they said, "No, let's cut that out because it's stupid."
Because
But then they're like, let's put that back in.
Why would
George.
We can CGI.
Now we're making it look like Jabba.
Now
Oh
we
wait,
can make-
but,
now we- now
Harrison
we-
Ford walks over this pipe. What are we gonna do?
Hey, now
let's
we-
make it look like he's stepping on his
His tail.
tail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we can make ET walk a lot.
And
You-
put
you just-
walkie-talkies.
Oh my god!
Yes.
In the classic one, I was cracking up so much just because of all the small things they did. Like there's scenes where R2D2 is like walking.
Yeah.
It's so fucking
And he
good.
could roll or
Kenny
walk.
Baker
Yeah, you could do
was-
both. I was like, that was an interesting choice. Cracked me up. And then we went on to the newer ones.
Yeah. Third one's the only.
Oh,
one
God, that was
shit.
rough.
No, they're all garbage.
No, the third
Jar
one
Jar's
is,
garbage.
is
The
the
kid
only one
actors
worth
are
the
garbage.
Shit.
The
It's
plot's
suck.
garbage. It's just
It's all
But
hot
the
trash.
first two, yeah, it's bad.
when your comic relief is Jar Jar, you go from like the banter between Leia and Han to Jar Jar being your comic relief.
And then you throw in Natalie Portman, which
I love Natalie Portman.
Love her.
I do.
No problem there.
But-
But then you got like little Jake, what a Lloyd.
Jake
or whatever.
Lloyd, but then you have
Awful.
Harris-
and then,
Hayden
and then you have
Christensen.
He's
Hayden
worse.
Christensen is
No,
terrible.
no.
Terrible.
I
Terrible.
like the
terrible.
idea that they made him a whiny bitch like Luke was.
That's true.
They did
That
do
is
that.
true.
He took
'Cause
father
Luke-
like son.
Luke in the original.
The
was
problem
a
is you
whiny
cast-
bitch.
not great actors in a horrible script.
Yeah.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You're
But
gonna have a
why would you
shit movie.
cast not great actors? Why wouldn't
he
you?
doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't
right.
you fill this up with?
Because he's not
Garbage.
good.
No,
that's why
he's
he doesn't
not.
have control of it anymore. Thankfully, someone bought it for him.
That's right. They're like,
Disney's like, we can make a
that's what-
fortune.
that's what Nick
Disney's
was-
like, we're
no,
gonna
no.
We're gonna
Nick-
Avenger the shit out of this.
When we were driving here, Nick was telling me about watching this, and I said, "Yeah, I actually heard like something they were talking about how for the next Star Wars, not the one that's coming out, but the next one, like Lucas went to J.J. Abrams and said, "Hey, I've got some ideas for a script." And he said, "Thanks, but no thanks. Go spend your $4.5 billion."
Yeah, he was kept on as a
Leave us
creative
alone.
director.
Yeah, your ideas suck.
Yeah,
I
JJ's
mean,
like,
your concept is great. I like who all you've stolen from.
Yeah,
Curacao and all that, and completed this whole
Universe.
thing, right? Exactly, this whole visage, but
But guess what? We're gonna travel in time.
Kindly
we're gonna reset it.
fuck off.
So for y'all, which Star Wars was y'all's one y'all watched the most?
One
your
and
favorite?
two.
One and two.
1 and 2.
3,
Two for me. Like 2 was probably.
Everybody says 2. The thing I liked about 3 was just them
The
going.
Ewoks.
No.
You're like, oh, they're so
Well, those were
cute.
cool,
No,
but no,
it's so
the
cute.
beginning of 3 when they rescuing Han, the Jabba Hutt.
Yeah,
scene,
that's the highlight of that movie.
Yeah.
that's what I thought too. But I always loved. I thought
One for me is too. It's too.
I don't know. That was,
It's too heavy in terms.
that was a
of
complete film though.
I was telling them though.
people
One was a
talking
comedy
film.
to try to carry shit. and
When
it's
I was
dumb.
5 years old when that came out, and we didn't go to movies a whole lot. Like we didn't, whatever. This is the 70s, whatever. And I saw
Till
that
you
in the
got the Battle
theater
Hoth.
3 times. I mean,
You know, why I saw it in the theater 3 times.
What?
Episode 1. I fell asleep in the third viewing. That was a bad idea.
Well,
Listen, we were all excited. We were all excited,
Yeah.
guys. We didn't know.
I
Yeah.
did too. Yeah.
It was a good time.
Two
No.
and 3 kind of are similar in the beginning where they both had like large battles. Like you have Hoth in the second one,
but so
and
is
then
the
you
first
have
one, really, if you kind of think of the conflict with them taking over the...
the ship. Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Right.
That's true.
But
But R2D2 is actually the hero of the whole show. No one knows that.
No,
he
everyone
actually
knows that.
rescues.
Everyone says that.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's the hero.
I haven't seen
Everyone says that, so everyone
No,
knows that.
Enrique Iglesias is the hero.
He'll be your hero, baby. All right, and then I
I
watched
thought that was Bonnie
other
Tyler.
stuff.
Oh.
Okay.
Turn across
When
the
have
movie?
you watched TCM?
As
I
we refer
did.
to you.
No, I did actually go see a physical movie.
You did.
Oh, we saw you
Saw you.
walking
Yeah, I
out
saw you guys
as we had
all.
beverages. They had beverages.
It was okay. A dinosaur movie. Whatever.
The
Good
good dinosaur.
Dumb dinosaur.
It had some alligator.
Explain it. Yeah, I did. Explain it to you how you explained the Pixar films to me. On what? As a Pixar film.
Oh, okay. I think as a kids' film, it's phenomenal.
Rated
But
from
when you
Cars
rank
to
it on
Cars 2.
if you rank it on a Pixar film,
So is it
No,
worse than
it's-
Cars 2?
yeah, it's just not worthy of the
As a film by
Pixar
itself,
title.
fine. Pixar film, garbage.
That's what I thought whenever I saw the preview
it's
for
like
it.
It was just kind of. I'll be honest. Yeah, I didn't even know this movie was out.
I didn't either.
Yep.
And
There's zero marketing behind it.
And so, yeah, I mean, it's like, hey, let's just rush this out before Christmas.
Yeah.
You know?
Kids will be out of school. What else are you gonna see?
Yeah, I mean, CGI is just so cheap these days or whatever. It's like, but not a very well-developed story.
And I will likely take the kids to see it. So.
Yeah, and it's
They're making their money.
and
They're fine.
There's a feels scene. I mean, always
Oh.
gotta have feels. You know?
Yeah. Pixar films.
Yeah.
My sister
What
said
knife
very
can we
Lion King
stab our
like.
people with. Oh,
My sister said very
childhood.
Lion King like.
Kind.
Dead
yeah.
parents.
What's
Yeah,
the-
yeah, kind of. But without
Instead of
the
a stampede.
antagonist.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Life is the antagonist.
But I saw. I'm trying to think of what other movies. I don't know. I've seen several things. I mean,
Several.
A few days off. I watched. I started watching a movie this afternoon. Whatever. Sweet November or whatever.
Is that
But
why
not-
you were
but-
late?
But not the one. No, actually, it wasn't this afternoon. It must have been this morning.
Okay.
But yeah. Anyway, carry on.
Besides what we watched.
Besides what we watched,
Okay.
I only watched. I've been trying to catch up on a lot of TV, so I'm watching Fargo right now.
Yes,
watch
I
that.
need to watch that.
Oh,
I have watched Ash vs. the Evil Dead. Highly recommend.
Yeah, that's the new series, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Really?
gotta check that out.
Andy said he didn't. Meh.
Well, I read that it was.
If you like the movies, you'll like the show.
well, basically, what I read is it's everything they had planned for.
Oh no, I was thinking
Army of
something.
Darkness 2 is this.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's
Army
good.
of
It's good.
Darkness. We haven't.
I'll
Do we have
check
to
it
watch
out.
the original, or can we just skip to Army of Darkness?
Yeah, we have to watch the original.
So ended up watching the Owen Wilson joint.
Out.
No Escape.
Guys.
Uh,
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So
No escape. Oh yeah, no escape.
yeah.
Oh, is that how they pronounce it?
Looks like it's spelled just like escape. Exit.
No. Well, they basically travel to another country, and in the middle of a civil war.
So good idea. I get my travel alerts. I don't know. enough
Yeah,
to do that.
it's very.
dumb.
It's just kind of makes you think about that. Don't travel to a fourth world country where you shouldn't. Basically,
Yeah.
that's it.
I'm gonna
If
stay
there's
here.
civil unrest, don't go there.
Yeah.
Got it. I don't go places there are travel strikes, let alone
Yeah.
civil unrest.
But yeah, so that was the only
Let's
other
try.
movie on top of what we watched.
Do you-
Okay.
do you
So
wanna
let's
break-
talk about what we watched.
You want to, what we all watched, and
What
then
we
what-
all watched,
and then what
we'll
we
watch what we watched.
Okay.
We watched Hunger Games: Catching Fire Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah.
So,
To start off, Abel hates the whole series.
I hate the whole series.
So
okay, and to give it the source material from what I was told for people that read it,
this is
they were stretching for a third book,
They
Yes.
were.
and it shows
It
in
was
the movie.
for the book. It was as close as they could get it for the book.
The first book and a half were decent. The first book was great.
I like the second.
By the third book, I don't even think I finished it.
No,
I got
it-
so bored.
It diverted.
And I'm gonna say
Diverted
something. I'm gonna
like
say
the
something
Virgin?
Yeah.
very, very, very unpopular here.
Are you?
Very.
Connor Classic Movies is really good.
Oh, Amber Alert! Amber Alert!
Oh.
Everybody, Amber Alert!
too.
Me too.
Jennifer Garner.
Lawrence.
J Law.
J-Lo.
Jennifer Lawrence.
She needs to kind of
Eat a sandwich? Yes.
No.
She's
I love her and everything. It's like Dave Grohl. It's like I like the guy. Everything's great, but you know what? Just fucking tap the brake and go away for a while. Like I'm tired of you being up front. Like everything is great. Everything is blah blah. Jennifer Garner like Doritos.
You
and
know,
shit.
though,
Whatever.
I'm gonna say-
whatever her name is. Fuck, I don't give a shit.
You're so
It's just
old.
it's
You're
just
so
not-
old,
But
Topher.
it's just kind
I'm gonna
Go to a
say
music-
I sort of agree with you, but also
Yeah.
I would also.
She's not
look
a
at-
piece of
I would
shit
also
person.
no. I'd also look.
No,
at,
I think she's cool as hell. Like
But I would
like Dave
also-
Grohl. Like, hey, look, Taylor Swift, but just go away.
So I would also say, how long do actresses have?
Well,
That's
that's,
true.
true. I agree.
She's
I
on a
agree.
hot streak. Go, milk
Just
it.
get that money.
Milk it.
I know.
Yeah,
Just
she's
get
got
that
that one
money.
coming
Just
up
get that
too.
money.
Huh?
Joy?
Huh?
Right? The name of
That
it?
Joy movie, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would
agree.
say just get that
I mean,
money and
she's
get
like
out.
24, 25. I mean,
She's
Yeah, she killed it in the Hunger Games.
Oh, she
did
She's
fine.
killed it in
She
American
killed
Gangster
it,
and all
yes.
this stuff, other stuff too.
Yeah, so, I mean,
no,
Do
she's
your-
great, but
do
it's
your
just
thing.
like I don't know.
do your thing.
Sometimes
Just
I
don't.
I think you probably need to stop reading the news.
Don't worry.
as
The,
much.
Sometimes
the
I just-
industry's
yeah, I need
gonna,
to stay away
the
from
industry's
People
gonna tap
magazine
the
or
brakes
something.
on her at some point because they're
It always
horrible.
does.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Well, this.
But then she'll have a comeback and she'll be fantastic again. That's how it goes.
around 40.
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah.
She's a great actress.
No, she's
No,
fine.
she's phenomenal. Like I said, there's nothing
And
wrong
so
with
the
her.
movie-
Danny Grohl. God.
The movie.
Nobody.
is-
That's the
is
thing.
hot doo doo. It's
There
really
could have
hot
been one
doo-doo.
movie, just like all these part twos. It could have been one movie.
Jeez, that don't get me.
It could have been a tight 90,
Yeah.
and you're done.
Who doesn't want a tight 90?
You know, there's one thing.
Everyone nowadays. I
There's
think
we
one
should
movie.
rename
I thought
Everything
should
has
have
to be
been
2
to.
hours
Tight
nowadays.
90, man.
There's one book I thought it should have been to.
Really?
Ender's Game. They fucked that movie over because the first book is basically 2 books
Yeah.
with the battle school and the not battle school stuff.
Yeah, that movie seemed compressed, but
Yeah, no, they fucking ruined my childhood.
Harrison Ford didn't want to do
they
it.
ruined your childhood.
Yeah, they fucked me.
Yeah,
Yeah, Harrison Ford actually didn't need to be.
the twist
He
was
didn't
kind of
get
nice.
Yeah.
I think I gave
Oh,
it.
guess what? You're not in school anymore.
I think I gave Hunger Games 2.5 out of 5.
The second one was the
It's
best.
okay.
The second movie was the best movie.
They're okay.
Yeah.
The series together, 3 out of 5. That's fine.
I would say the first movie's the best.
Mm.
Yeah, first one's decent.
I like the second
What?
one better.
Out of
It,
what?
it actually had
Elvis?
more
All the
Fucking
more
stupid.
plot points and
Oh,
stuff.
it's fine.
Have
It's
you
a-
watched
It's a
it?
young adult movie, man.
Have you
What are
watched
you
any of
gonna
those young adult movies?
do? He likes
The Maze, Runner. Maze Runner's all right.
So
I'm like,
Hunger
it's
Games
like-
with different
it's
people
all
in
right.
a maze.
Yeah. No, I watched it. I was
Or
there.
Divergent,
Actually,
where it's
it's
Hunger
not-
Games with Hunger
Actually,
Games.
there's nobody fucking
Like we were
contributing to
talking about
anything.
No, wait,
earlier.
no. Divergent's Hunger Games without the hunger, right?
Like we were talking about earlier, like in
Yes,
92,
yes.
93, it was all westerns.
And somebody
then
has
right
special
now It's all
powers.
like the Hunger Game movies.
She's a divergent.
Dystopian futures.
Yes, dystopian. Yes.
It's all dystopian futures.
Wait, which,
Where's 1984 at?
all right, so
Let's suppress the
my
knowledge.
2 things.
Okay, what
I got my 2 things for the movie. If that cat doesn't win Best Supporting Actor, that system is flawed.
Is there
Well,
an
you know
actual
that cat,
cat?
right?
Or are you like
No,
Sammy
there-
Davis?
there-
Jr.?
there's a cat.
There's a fucking cat in the movie, and
You read
he
the
should
books,
win
right?
Best
It's,
Supporting
Like,
Actor.
huh?
You read the books, right? It's
To Hunger?
And
it's the little girl's cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 words, Asian baby.
Asian baby.
baby.
Hashtag Asian baby. That's true.
Yeah, it was
That's what the whole internet was saying. It was like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah.
They could have kept that whole last scene out when it didn't matter.
3
Yeah, it was
endings again,
stupid.
guys. 3 endings.
I get no, he's not joking. It was another 3
It
endings.
was. It was.
I blame Peter Jackson.
Is he the one who started this?
Pretty
He,
much.
he had to have.
Well, do we blame Tolkien?
Well,
Did the book have 3 endings too?
Yeah,
No,
that's how the book.
Okay,
ended.
so we blame
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tolkien. Got
Yeah,
it.
but
Tolkien Jackson got really close on all those endings. Fuck the Hobbit. That was a stupid movie.
Movies.
Yeah, the book fantastic.
3 movies
Three-
into one.
Three
Smaug.
Milking it.
and I like Martin Freeman.
No, me too.
Where
You
you
don't like
Morgan
him?
Freeman?
Martin Freeman.
Martin.
You, don't-
Martin.
you dislike him?
No,
No,
he
I
doesn't
love
like
him.
Oh,
Who
yeah.
doesn't
Yeah.
love him? But no, that was a fucking fantastic book that they fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me add all this stuff as submitted on.
Smaug.
Smaug.
And Bender Bum Scumble Snatch.
Lord.
Apparently, he was the best thing of those movies. Everyone
But-
says that he did really good.
Yeah,
at
he-
Smaug.
They did the.
Yeah.
They caught his facial expressions with the.
So he's the new
Yeah, Andy Serkis.
new Andy Serkis
Yeah. He basically, yeah.
I just want Guy Ritchie to make more movies.
with Smaug.
No, just easy, fun go-to movies.
Fucking Sherlock Holmes. was
just the same
killer.
movie over-
I'd
oh,
like
that
him to
was a
make
good
another
movie.
one.
Yeah, so Guy Ritchie makes more. You're right.
Guy Ritchie movie.
Lot-
Guy Ritchie makes more
Stock-
Guy Ritchie movies.
Next.
Next.
More
Next
Snatch.
on news.
Cheryl and Snatch.
Stock.
Lock, Stock,
Snatch.
Snatch, and
Which Snatch is great.
Rock and Roller.
no,
Fucking
Rock and
love
roll,
Snatch,
dude.
but-
I love
That's a
that.
Guy
one.
Ritchie joint.
That's
Well,
yeah.
Rock and roll is
no.
great.
What's did he do Revolver also?
I haven't seen the Revolver.
The Beatles did.
Did it have a clip or a magazine?
Solenoid.
Plasma cell.
Solenoid.
All
All right.
right.
Can we talk about what we watched together?
You go ahead, because this is your
It's my jam.
jam.
So we watched
Jammy Jam.
Spectre
The Jammy
finally.
Jammy Jam.
I waited for my dad to come in town because that's what we do. We watch Spectre.
I saw your dad.
He didn't invite Topher.
Wasn't invited either.
You were, sir. It's Spectre.
Yes.
You can't look it up with the English spelling. American English.
Respect.
Wait, do y'all spell Spectre the other way?
Ter would be
Like
good
Regina?
too, right? Spectre.
I don't spell it like that.
yeah.
Spectre.
I spell it like the.
So you go with the British
Phil?
spelling?
Yeah,
Like Phil Spector.
because that's how they the monitor. There's a monitor.
I don't know
brand
if
that's
we
also
talk
spelled
about
with
him.
RE.
Anyways.
Go ahead.
So
I
okay,
was gonna look up. Something.
I said this after the movie. I said before I rate the movie itself. If this is his last movie, which it probably is, Daniel Craig.
Correct, yeah.
So,
He's
'cause
got-
he's pretty
he's
much
done
like
with it.
peace out,
Yeah.
double fingers
Just
up
like
in the air.
every
I'm
other
out.
Bond ever.
But this would mean he is the first Bond to leave without having a complete shit of a movie.
It's true. Okay.
Was,
If it
Right.
was
None
good,
of them
was
have,
Pierce
though.
Brosnan the first Bond
No,
to me?
every
with all the shit
Bond-
movies.
every Bond had a shit
Has had a
movie.
shit movie. Timothy Dalton had two. One of them was okay. The
All
other
of
one was
them.
garbage. No, one of them was okay. The other one was garbage.
Well, none of Pierce
Pierce Brosnan
were
had
good.
one
Goldeneye.
okay one of the
Goldeneye was
time.
okay.
Of the time, it was okay.
Yeah.
Roger Moore, let's not even go into that.
There's-
And Sean Connery,
had
he came back. That's what happened.
Sean Connery came back, but really, yeah.
And Lazenby, his was okay.
Never say never again, or
Whatever came back, never say never again, or yeah, okay. This would be the first Bond to have 4 movies. and
Solid.
none of them
Solid.
at least good.
yeah.
Like Quantum is the worst one, and that's not bad.
Yeah.
Quantum
I get
suffers
that.
from
Right,
directing
right.
and editing.
Yeah.
I think it suffers from being the second part.
You know what was so weird too is
Yeah.
when Daniel Craig was cast, I was like, no, because it should have.
He
In
does-
my mind, it should have been. I can't think of the guy's name right now.
He had just done Yellow Cake. Have you
Yeah.
seen? I think it was the name of the movie.
I
was Yellow
really
Cake.
didn't even know who he was.
Yeah.
And then I looked him up, and I'm like, that's Bond's not blonde.
That's what I once said.
I know.
I
did
said that too. Yeah.
But the first 3 minutes of Casino Royale. I was like,
Okay, so
Yeah, I'm done.
so in
Yeah.
rating
Casino
them,
Royale was such a high note.
in rating them in his movies, Casino's the best.
yes.
So if you take Casino
Skyfall.
and Quantum as one movie,
Okay.
it's good.
Yeah.
If you take Casino and Quantum as separate movies, it goes Casino, Skyfall, Spectre, Quantum.
Okay, I got you.
So
this
does
was-
Spectre continue on the Skyfall?
Yes,
Story?
it pretty much picks up almost right after.
Okay, cool.
Like all of them, they kind of do.
Nailed it.
Well, Skyfall does it? Skyfall,
look at you.
Revolver?
Okay, yeah.
but I
No,
would say
because
it's
it's the
the
same
third
cast.
best movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like
Skyfall
it. They
second.
hit on some things that if you've watched the entire series, like Topher, you've seen George Lazenby's
Yes.
on Your Majesty's Secret Service, you'll notice some things, some other items that are in there.
Right. Okay.
It's a Bond flick. Like,
But they hit on some high
self-contained.
notes of the series in the past.
Oh.
But they don't. They kind of like hint at them or reference them, but they don't really remake them.
You know what Chelsea loved?
Right.
The fact that they fought on every form of transportation, pretty much.
There was an airplane.
Hoverboard?
It was a helicopter fight and a train fight.
And train fight. And the car.
There's no
chasing.
plane flight though.
There's a
There's
lot
no,
of.
there's no plane, but they air, land, sea, like
They brought back
the boat.
Dave Bautista as
Batista, yeah.
as the new Jaws
Parkour.
type guy,
Oh, okay.
he
or Odd Job Jaws
Yeah.
combo.
big dude that'll wreck your face.
All right.
I have a hard time believing he fit into that sports car.
I have a hard time he fit into anything.
Anything.
Like that suit. Like, how wide do you want this?
Tailored, yo.
A big guy.
Two body wings
Okay,
across.
so here's my prediction for Topher because he's the only one that's really going to follow me on this one.
And I've already.
This is Craig's last one. I highly doubt he's going to come back.
I agree.
The way this movie ends, spoilers, not really. He drives off into the sunset as pretty much quitting MI6 with the lady.
Okay.
I think this is going to lead into a On Her Majesty's remake
possibly.
of what happens in that movie, which his wife gets killed,
Yeah. It's
bringing him
almost
back
like
into the fold.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think Christoph Waltz will stay on as Blofeld.
Okay.
Spoilers, he's Blofeld.
I
Not
know.
a spoiler.
No.
Because that would be the continuity between the two.
Yes.
If they're smart, they think that's what they'll do because they have not even touched that source material at all.
No, not really. I mean,
They hinted at it
For Your
because
Eyes Only. There's a little.
no, they hinted at it because for
For Your Eyes Only.
for your Majesty's Secret Service, that was the one with Telly Savalas with the ski
I don't have
resort.
much Bond
No, with
knowledge.
the ski resort, right?
Yes.
That was
Okay.
the callback in that one because they go to a
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
health club ski
Got
resort.
ya.
Can you take that, pour that down the drain, take out the middleman?
What? Why pour it down the drain?
The one he talks to the bartender because he gets that smoothie.
Oh yeah,
He's
the
like,
and a probiotic
Yeah.
green shake.
just
thing.
pour that down the drain, cut out the middleman.
So,
I
okay.
really hope that's what they do.
Yeah. Okay.
I hope it leads
Okay.
into the new Bond and
Who are they
him
casting?
and his good life.
Yeah.
'Cause
Liam Neeson's
they've done a
new
good
Bond.
job. No, they've done a good job.
Clive
of,
Owen was the guy that I thought should have
Yeah,
been.
Oh,
they've
yeah.
done a good
I
job
can-
of
You think
these
so?
four.
He's not
At
pretty.
the time,
He's
when
not pretty
Daniel
enough.
Craig was cast. I thought Clive Owen should.
Like I like how these four were chained
could.
together.
He's not pretty
They
enough.
were these four were linked, and they did that sometimes in Bond, but not really.
Yeah.
They-
Yeah.
Tell
they
me
were
how the
never
Pierce
really
Brosnan's ones were ever linked.
No, really, no. They've all been fairly compact.
Well, it
single-
didn't
Self.
help that they had like 60 different directors on
Yeah.
Pierce Brosnan one.
The '90s were a horrible time for Bond.
They were.
Yeah.
There were times for a lot of things.
Originals did a great job.
So
So.
I would say I'm excited about the new.
Watch
Bond.
Spectre.
I
Also. Watch.
Okay.
I know it's never going to happen, but Idris Elba would be so great.
It would,
Oh,
it
that
would
would
be
be
fantastic.
fantastic.
Everyone's
yeah,
talking about it.
totally.
He's not going to be him.
No, but
Why wouldn't it be though? Like it would be great.
because it's
Bond-
It's a stupid franchise. It's got too much. I know. It should be. I think smart people who have invested a lot of time in the Bond whole universe and everything would be totally cool with that.
Well-
but I think there's a legacy and there's like a idiocy.
Well, you think about
Fine,
it.
cast him as Doctor Who.
So
yeah.
that'd make
the
a
guy-
whole
Doctor
different
or
set of
whatever.
people mad.
Yeah.
The guy
cast
deserves-
Idris Elba and everything. He's fucking mad.
He
so
is-
Bond characters.
You watch The Wire.
Stringer
once.
Bell,
Yeah.
baby.
So
Yeah.
like, Sean Connery was not much before Bond.
Right.
He was Mr. Olympia or Mr. whatever.
Yeah, he was in.
He was
Brigade.
in.
He's a beefcake.
And what was he after? For a while.
He was in the
Zardoz.
fucking Rock. Zardoz.
Right? He did things, but
He
not
found
till later in
Forrester.
life. Not till later in life, right?
That's full
He
of
did some
jokes.
bullshit. Like
was on
what's
a
that one where he was?
He was on a
was-
submarine.
What was that one where he was the
Zoltar?
marshal on the space station?
Marshall.
Garbage
yeah.
movie.
I'll think
I
of it.
can't think of the movie.
You know, I'll think
And Roger Moore did things before in Britain.
yeah.
But
he
afterwards,
had a career before, and Bond kind of killed him.
and
He
Lazenby
really
obviously
need to.
nothing.
I didn't even
Yeah.
know he was a
And
Bond.
honestly, Brosnan and Dalton nothing.
Brosnan was Remington.
He's here and there now.
He
He's
was-
here and there,
he
but
was
like I'm
Remington
saying, and
and-
Craig, honestly, before Bond,
Before
was
nothing.
Nothing.
Buzz Layer Cake.
Yeah, that was
That
the
was
one I
his
was
big
thinking.
one, right?
Yeah.
And
Doesn't
then-
everybody love that movie?
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's not great. It's
Oh.
fine. And then after, I mean, he's got fuck you money, right? So what is he going to have to do? He's going to do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
I heard a thing where Bond's like once you play Bond, you can't wear like a suit in a film ever
No,
again.
that's
A tux.
stupid. No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true. at
You
all.
don't think that's true?
I think it's like Hollywood.
So the reason I'm
Bunch of
reading into
bullshit
that is I
things.
don't think it's going to be Idris Elba because he's already big.
yeah.
It's got to be an unknown, basically.
It doesn't have to be an unknown, but I
No,
don't
but
think
it has to be somebody not Idris Elba.
A silent.
I disagree.
I doubt it's going to be him.
It would be great if it was him.
I doubt
No,
it's
it'd be
gonna him.
phenomenal. I just don't see that happening.
We're talking about what possibly could happen.
And if
Tombstone.
it did, I would
Oh.
be Idris Elba. Be smart to be like, okay, give me all the money, like all of it.
All of it.
I want 98% of the take because you know I'm going to bring in people.
Yeah, exactly. He's a badass.
But whoever they bring in next, as long as they do what I was talking about and they bring back Christoph Waltz and they do what they're doing, fantastic. Because he
You think they're just setting it
is
up?
I cannot think of someone better to play that role nowadays than him. If you give Christoph Waltz a good script, he
Oh.
will fucking kill it.
Yeah.
Right?
Love that guy from Here to the Moon.
But if you give him a
Love
bad script, which you've seen, he's done things since, like Inglorious, which is his first.
Wait.
He's done shit before, but Inglorious was like his most recent badass script.
Oh, I thought you said he's
Django.
Inglorious,
Okay.
better.
No, I
Django,
agree,
good.
I agree.
Inglorious. Fantastic. Yeah.
This was great. He did
Right.
really well.
he was terrifying and Inglorious.
And this movie would have been better had he been in more of it.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
he wasn't really.
No, he was
just
he was not in a lot
scenes
of it.
here and there.
That's odd because they really push him in the previews. They push that he's in it in the previews.
They build to it, and he's in it at the end.
Yeah, you see his face sometimes.
But this entire movie is just building to it. Like Skyfall was building to the end, right? I mean, you never really know what the fuck Skyfall is until the very end.
Good film.
That's the last part of it. So watch it
Hunger Games also worth a watch if you watch the rest of.
if you want to be a completionist.
Yeah.
Kids.
If you want to try to understand the weird wrapping up plot line with PETA.
Yeah. No, the book's the same way. I mean, it's as close as I can
Stupid.
get to the book. If you've read the book, you're
I'm
okay
watching
with
it
that.
and I'm like, is that how
The only thing that throws you off is the Asian baby.
That's why I asked Mary Grace, asked my wife on the way home, like, was that how the book ended with PETA? And like, yeah. I'm like, really?
Yeah,
that's
They
really.
just
Yeah,
like,
they
oh,
just mailed it
fuck
in.
it. Just-
No.
yeah,
Yeah.
It was off the rest.
anticlimactic. It's
So the first two books make sense together. This one comes in, you're like,
What?
all right, whatever. We got to wrap up a war.
We gotta wrap it up.
We gotta wrap.
basically my
That's
whole
basically
thing
what
with
they
that
did.
movie was it was just Tears of the Sun.
But not good.
But
For
bad
teenagers.
tears and son. For
But
teenagers,
with
yeah.
badgers? Did you say?
Badgers?
For
Is that a Seal song?
For teenagers. That's
Kiss
Kiss
of a
from the
Rose.
Sun.
Kiss of a Rose?
With the blood. Oh, still a good movie, by the way. Tears of the Sun. Watch it.
Yeah.
Welcome to
Hunger
Oh, I
Games
watched,
2,
uh,
Mockingjay 2. Not a good movie. Don't watch it.
No.
Also rewatched Fast 5 and Fast 6.
Why are you saying that's bad? It's not a bad thing.
I'm not
to do.
saying it's bad.
You
All
give
right.
him bad
I
face.
watched the
All right,
interview.
so
It sucked.
two things. Before we pick what we're watching next,
Oh, yeah, I was
which
gonna do that.
is not what we're watching next,
No.
our next episode is our Christmas special.
Yay!
Yay, where we all drink too much eggnog and we have a belligerent time.
It was so poisoning.
So, our Christmas special will be
Teardrops and kittens.
Die Hard 2. Continuing the
Die
Christmas,
Harder.
Die Harder.
Because
'Cause-
you can only die hard at Christmas time.
Mhm.
And we can only Die Hard twice at Christmas because this is the last Christmas
Yeah,
Die Hard
fun.
movie.
Yeah, our
Yep.
Christmas. Yeah, die hard.
So,
So
might as well
that's
do it
next.
now.
That'll be.
That is our
coming
next
soon.
episode. Our first episode of 2016 will be.
Roadhouse, baby.
Oh my god.
We're doing it.
We're gonna get the sways.
Do we get to
And
put someone in the
Sam
corner?
Elliott.
No, well, this
Whoa.
needs to be the pure Swayze edition.
Yes.
Whatever. It is.
I do not have this, so whoever brings this will be whatever edition we watch.
Yeah. So we need to hashtag pure Swayze.
Yes. Fucking A.
Let's get that trending.
Because
Swayze.
our Stallone, Kurt Russell, Swayze levels have kind of become unbalanced. We got to throw another Swayze in.
Yeah, we gotta get Swayze
Yeah.
back on top.
Yeah. And then Goots later.
The Gutenberg.
We're gonna get there, guys.
God damn it.
It's all unable.
So that's what we're doing.
Roadhouse. It's been a
It's-
few decades since I've seen
It's
Roadhouse.
been a while for me too.
Long time.
It is what this podcast is about.
Didn't they remake Roadhouse?
They did.
No one needed to. I don't
Yeah.
I wouldn't think you would. It's like who wants to remake Over the Top?
Who wants to remake Perfection?
I would like them to remake Over the Top.
They need to.
No, I want a
remake it.
sequel.
I
I
think-
want the sequel.
I want to.
I want the Creed of Apollo Over the Top.
Yes.
I want to see his kid.
You like
Turns his cap backwards.
like now driving a truck.
And he tries to go over the top. You can't do that anymore. That's illegal.
No, he's in the military now, and he's actually like backroom fucking arm wrestling.
I think he's like
And then
lot
ends up-
lizarding like horrors at a.
Wow.
And then ends up arm wrestling for the
That's a
United
different story.
States versus
Yeah.
Russia or some shit. Yeah.
Oh, can
then there's
Dolph
Duck.
Lundgren be the other guy?
Yeah, that would be.
Then there's
badass.
ducks.
And there's ducks.
Yeah, it has to be Dolph's son, whoever it is.
Yeah.
No, we'll just have Dolph Lundgren.
Rolf.
Rough one.
Rolf.
Rolf Lundgren.
Rolf. We can put Putin in it.
No.
No Putin.
In the
Got it.
Poopster.
We're done.
Are we done?
We're-
All right.
Wrap it
So next time, Die Hard 2.
Yes.
Next time,
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse. We'll see you in
with Sam Elliott, which will be
2016.
the
If you want
time.
to talk to us,
Alcohol,
go to
some other
places.
things.
Alcoholcinema.com.
Alcohol, cinema, everything.
The top of the page, buttons,
Lots of buttons.
Facebook, Twitters, Facebook the best option, emails,
Hit us up.
YouTubes. We're on
Requests.
the YouTubes.
DJ requests. We take
DJ requests. We take suggestions and we'll try to work that shit in.
Street Fighter's already done. Don't ask for
Double
that.
Dragon. Dragon's done
Firefox,
too.
no.
We watch Mario Brothers. We'd rather not do it.
Yeah. I'm good. I don't need to see that again in this decade.
Ever.
I think that'll do it for us. I'm Jason.
Mabel.
Nick?
I'm Topher.
Talk to
Thank
you
you.
next time. Bye.
Oh my goodness.
That was a long episode.
That was a lengthy.
Yeah.
That was longer.